What is up, everyone? Welcome to the brand new Commander versus Live. That's the new name of the show, right?
The best name we could come up with.
Best name we could come up with. So, obviously, you all know me. I'm Justin Parnell, joined by my new co-host,
Stephen Green.
Yep. We also have decided to replace not only the people, but also the director. So we brought in our own director, who's much better than Rob. We have director Josh.
Hi.
Thanks, Josh. So that's going to be a permanent change. As this is going to be a permanent change, but we really wanted to bring a different sort of entertainment value that I feel like everyone on Tuesdays and Thursdays was lacking. You know, some of you have a chance to watch us Wednesday, but once a week, that is not enough for Stephen and Justin.
Definitely not. You need more. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know if Tuesday and Thursday are enough.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Do you maybe now that we're doing it, maybe we can do it 4 days a week?
Or even every day.
Oh my gosh, I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go too far away from what the show was. So I want to embody what we kind of have felt like that Corey and Ross used to do.
Yeah.
So today, we're going to be playing 3 decks just like they normally do. I'm playing a dumpy mid-range deck, so I expect to draw a lot of lands. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I'm playing probably 60 lands, 20 Yorions.
Oh,
Hey! What the
God.
hell is going on here, guys? This
Dude,
is
lock the
our
door?
show. Did you really just lock the door on
No,
us?
it
Josh.
was your show.
you did lock the door?
What the hell?
We actually do
Josh,
one
I thought we were
thing.
friends. What is going on?
One thing.
We agreed to lock
God.
the door.
My first day.
Secondly,
guys are
we were
ridiculous.
making changes we thought you might be a fan of. Instead of marbles, we're playing for pinkies.
Yeah.
Playing for straight pinky?
For literal pinkies.
Yeah, you have to cut your
Yeah.
pinky off. You cut your
You
pinky
lo-
off,
you
you
lose
put
it.
it in the jar.
You lose a
and then
pinky.
You pass it around.
Yeah.
That's grotesque. That's disgusting, and this is a
Look-
family show, okay? Y'all,
Well, not anymore. It's not.
This is our family
First off,
show.
just to be clear, they don't have to watch us cut the pinky off. They just have to see the jar get passed back and
Oh,
forth.
second of all, did you guys? Where's Rob?
Well,
Yeah.
no, we were actually cool with that chick.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that was about
We
right.
were
Yeah.
fine with that. You guys had one good idea.
We've been thinking
Okay.
about replacing Rob for a while.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that one. But I don't know what is going on.
But
I mean-
every other aspect, guys, get the hell out of our seats.
Well,
Like,
look, we just felt like if you're taking a draft of content creators from Star City
Yeah.
Games,
Yeah.
that Ross and Corey would have been the last 2 picks, a lot like the Jazz and the All-Star game. So.
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming
just-
after your team
That's a
now?
low blow.
Are you going to take that?
No, get out of our chair.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Come
Fine.
on.
Fine.
Fine.
You wanna play all these Yorions?
Yeah,
Let's
I
it.
do want to play my
100-card
Yorions.
commander deck. I don't even know how you shuffle them.
Yeah.
Big, 17
Big hands, Ross. Big
Yeah.
hands.
Your guys'
Hands that tell stories.
your guys' deck sizes are 20 too many cards. Now get out of here and go play with your kitty 100 cards, okay? Come on. This is a professional level show, okay? Jesus.
I'm sorry, everybody, for that. I don't know what is going on. The Commander people, they just think they own the place. They strut around the office.
What kind of security do we have at this place? I thought we had like key cards here. You know, this SCG used to be a lockdown place where you couldn't just have hoodlums coming in and
We're
locking
going to
our
be sending
studio.
a sternly worded email to Pete Huffling, and
Yeah.
we're going to get this squared away. We're going to have a nice mediation session with the Commander versus people, because that is just beyond the pale.
That was beyond. I don't even know if I can play Magic after this. After we just got locked out of our own studio.
It's been a trying day so far.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's Strixhaven preview season, so
All
that's
right.
that's pretty exciting.
Okay, that is cool.
We got a good show. We got some sweet decks. A lot of new cards going on. We got a great new director.
We got a
Josh
great new
in the booth.
director.
Say hi,
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh.
They couldn't even get the intro
I
right with
know.
that. Like,
It's like
if you
come on.
don't tell the director what to say, how do they know what to say? Okay.
Yeah, they
Free
never
will?
say any words.
Free will? Are you kidding? No. I mean, come on.
Directors are barely literate people.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
They
Except
really
Josh.
need a lot of
Except
direction.
Josh, though. Josh is like, he's on point. So
far.
you know, maybe we might have him direct his own script at this point, you know, but
We might give him a shot.
Okay,
If he does well today, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm a little riled up. We need to shake that off and just have some fun playing Magic now.
I agree.
Okay.
So what are you playing to start off?
Okay, yeah. To start off, you know, first, once I clear this blind rage from being kicked off my show, I'm going to be playing an Is It Dragon deck. I think this was kind of what we were talking about at the end of the last show, that just kind of brainstorming this. And it's based around just having Goldspan Dragon, And our new little special Elder Dragon that makes a treasure when it
They didn't
comes
even
into
get
play.
our deck set up so we could show them the cards we're playing.
I know, it's just amateur hour.
They don't
Like,
even know how any of this works, and they thought they could do a better show than we could.
it was honestly embarrassing,
Yeah,
really.
really.
I once again, chat, we're so sorry that kind of amateurish activity was put on our beautiful Versus
I don't even have a
Live.
notepad over here.
Yeah.
I've got 2 pen caps and only 1 pen. It's just complete bedlam
Well,
over
here's
here in
your-
the studio.
here's your pen.
But we have an extra pen now.
Wow.
Why do we have 3 pens? It's just wasteful.
Josh, what were they doing in here getting ready for the show? Like just throwing their fists and hands in the air, like throwing cards everywhere?
I mean,
like
they were probably playing games of Commander. And, that took 17 hours, as they do, and then they had no time to do anything else.
casuals.
Yeah, filthy casual.
Filthy casuals right there. But that's all right. We're the professionals here. We're going to be laying it out all professional-like of what kind of decks we're going to be playing.
Very professional.
Thank you. You're pretty professional as well, except those aren't really new cards, are they?
Well, Grinning Ignis is an old new card.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know that was a reprint. But
Did you not draft Time Spiral Block?
I did a little bit. Yeah.
There was you could do some cool storm stuff with like Grinning Ignis, Empty the Warrens.
Oh, okay. And just keep returning it?
Yeah.
All right.
You'd effectively pay red mana to generate a storm.
Well, I mean, you're doing some kind of boring stuff. I'm doing a lot of here new cards. And honestly, I think most of them are going to be bad. I would say the ones that I'm very questioning are these 3. Multiple Choice, Torrent Sculptor, and Magma Opus. All I think are very medium, but I want to test them out. We have low numbers of each of them just to see if, what they're doing is pretty good. And I have hopes that they can be good, as well as Hall of Oracles, kind of slow as well. But I have a chance. It has a chance of being good. And these 2, I really think, have a good chance of being strong.
I do think Multiple Choice looks a lot better next to Rowan, which is something you mentioned on the last show. It costing 1 less. Now you're at a point where casting at 4 mana looks really good.
Exactly,
And then Magma Opus, I like in small numbers in a deck that generates as many treasures as this one.
Yep.
Because then you have a really good mana sink, for the
Exactly.
times when you're a little overloaded on treasures. So while the card itself, doesn't read great to me, I think it works well in this shell.
Yeah.
So excited to see how those work. On my side, I am playing a combo deck, not a dopey mid-range deck. Though Justin was right about something that I do plan on drawing a lot of cards.
Okay.
There will be a lot of lands in that as I
That
draw
was the
my
only
entire
thing
deck.
he got right, I'm pretty sure, though. Yeah, everything else, I mean, especially, what was he talking trash about the Utah Jazz? They're number 1.
They
Just
literally they won last night. They're 36-11.
Yeah, they're number 1. Versus Live is number 1. I mean, it's just a lot of
Also,
right.
Mike Conley went earlier in the draft than well, Mike Conley wasn't in the draft, but technically.
Yeah, either way, they're wrong, is what you're getting at, right? Yeah, okay.
So my deck, as I mentioned, Grinning Ignis, effectively lets you generate a storm for red mana. You can, pay a red, return it, and then you have mana to recast the Ignis. But with Burgee, you get that red mana back. So now you have a self-perpetuating loop.
Okay.
You don't generate any additional mana, but you can just recast Ignis as much as you want.
Okay.
So in combination with Terror of the Peaks or the Great Henge, either draw your deck or kill your opponent. Both seem pretty good to me.
Yeah. Draw your deck or kill your opponent, and then, I mean, you can just play more stuff. I guess you are limited to mana if you just have the Great Henge, but you can start the next turn with your best 7 cards.
Exactly.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Yeah. So cool little combo here, fit into a Gruul Adventures shell.
Okay.
So we're a little bit less aggressive, but we have this really great, robust backup plan.
Okay.
In the combo with Grinning Ignis.
Well, it should be interesting. And remember, everyone, since they butchered the intro from what we heard outside, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, you can tag at Star City Games, and we will get those sent over to us. They couldn't even manage an intro. How
I
could
know,
they do
ridiculous.
How could they do? What were they saying? Like 8 days of a show in a week? Like,
Yeah. They're just going to butcher an intro 8 days in a row.
just unreal. Unreal.
Also, but we do take burns. So if you have any burns for the Commander versus crew, especially, we will take those today.
Yeah. I like that they even tried to dress like us. They're really just kind of posers. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's get this first one going. You won the marbles last time with all these faithless looting Arclight Phoenixes. That's how life should be. You know?
Exactly. That's my ideal life. I was living my best life on TV.
You really were, and now I hope I ruin your day. How about that? So I'm going to be starting here. Let's do this. All right, I have some faith in this deck, but I'm not saying it's going to be insane or anything. But I have some high hopes. Okay. Well, It's slightly awkward, but we have a decent turn 2, turn 3. So I'm going to try it.
Yeah, I have the classic Temple Fable Passage awkwardness, but otherwise this hand is fine.
Okay, I'm going to play Seagate Reborn tapped, and I'll pass to you.
I'm checking my mountain count.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I should have made a slight change to this deck.
Yeah?
It would really help this.
Not enough mountains?
No. This deck has Fiend Artisan to help set up the combo.
Okay.
And it's just a reasonable creature as well. I think that because of Fiend Artisan, you want to replace some of your mountains with Rakdos, whatever it is, pathways.
Yeah.
So you just get free black sources sometimes for the Fiend Artisan.
Oh, cool. I like that.
I'll scry to the bottom of this temple and pass the turn.
All right.
I'm staring at a bunch of mountains and Fiend Artisans that I can't cast that turn to.
That's fair. All right, I got a
it's
Hall of
making me sad.
Oracles. And I'm just going to start with a Foretell. It's pretty nice in this deck. You got a lot of guessing to do what I actually foretelled, because I got a lot of different things.
Well, I drew a forest, so that's good.
Okay.
I'll play a Fiend Artisan, and I'll
Okay.
pass the turn.
All right. That's an interesting one. So I'm going to just take 3 damage from another Seagate Reborn. I played a lot of these cards because it does work quite well with a decent amount of cards in my deck. So
Yeah. And another good mana sink for treasures. So.
exactly. Yep.
You're at 17?
17, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I will play a Heart's Desire.
Okay.
That gets me a Sheen.
Okay.
I am then going to play a mountain and sack the Sheen, X = 1 to the Fiend Artisan.
Okay.
I'm going
Okay.
to find an Edgewall Innkeeper.
That's pretty cute.
Pass the turn.
All right. End step, I'm going to behold the multiverse. And we're looking for lands here, and we're looking for specific kind of lands. So pretty awkward. I think I'm going to bottom these 2. Draw 2. And all right. Gonna untap a draw. Okay, we're gonna play a pathway. We got a lot of options now.
Yeah, red mana seems pretty important.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. Still pretty tough of what to actually do here. All right, we're just gonna play our new dragon, get a treasure token, and pass to you.
Interesting. Would have been really cool for you to have like a Frostbite for my Edgewall Innkeeper as well.
Yeah, nope. I didn't play the Frostbite version. I decided to not go with the snow, but yeah, that is one thing that this card screams to me as like a really cool interaction, is trying the Is It Snow version with it, because right here, Frostbite would just be so sweet.
Yep. I'm going to play a Fable Passage and sacrifice it.
Okay.
Get myself a forest. And don't have a great turn here, but Lovestruck Beast draw a card is not bad.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
See if I can draw another 1 mana spell to cast. I did not, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. Not exactly what we wanted to top deck here. But I do think I just want to try to get busy here. So I can still play Goldspan Dragon, but I do have to sack this treasure. If it was an instant or sorcery, I get to keep the treasure, but without it, it is a little unfortunate.
Probably wanted the 5th land there.
I did want a 5th land, you are correct. And I'm going to get busy.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a treasure.
That's scary.
Yeah.
3-turn clock here.
And
13.
now do I want to use that treasure to maybe foretell something? I don't think it's really a point in doing that. So I'll pass to you.
Interesting. Got a mountain.
Okay.
So I have two options here on this turn.
I hope they're all bad.
Yeah, they're not great.
I got so many interesting plays. Next turn, it's unreal.
Oh, actually, no. Playing the dragon is fine because
Yeah.
of the 3 life clause. If you want to get it out of the way, you're going to be staring down lethal yourself.
Okay.
So I'm going to play Terror of the Peaks and get in for 7.
Okay.
I guess you have mana up, but
Yep.
yeah. So cast Terror of the Peaks. Well, actually, I should attack first because I don't want. Well, I guess there's no way you counter this and deal with the Innkeeper, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll play. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
If Corey did have enough mana to counter Terror and kill Innkeeper, then I can get locked out of being able to. Oh no, you just lock me out with a removal spell anyway.
Yeah.
But there's not really anything I can do about that. So declare tax.
Yep.
Get in for 7.
All right, I'll take it. Down to 10.
Yeah. So I should attack first because it makes it scarier for you to want to interact with the Innkeeper if you have
Yep.
something else.
Not a great draw there.
I'm still reeling in shock from our show, the attempted coup.
I know. Unbelievable.
The nerve of some people.
Agreed. All right, well, we got some options. I don't know how great they are, but we definitely got options. So I think I'm going to start by attacking with Goldspan Dragon. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is interesting.
We magma opusing.
That is an option here before blocks. Yeah, that's really interesting. Or I could let you block and then maybe try to kill some other things. Yeah, because I don't think I need Goldspan Dragon around if I cast that. So pretty tough, pretty close. Yeah, I'll just attack for 4, make a treasure, and you can block.
I am going to block. Corey's pretty restricted on mana here, having missed his 5th land drop a couple times, and so I want to restrict his mana by dealing with the dragon. I have plenty of stuff, and as the more we trade, the better the Fiend Artisan gets.
Yep. Okay, well, since I'm going to lose my double treasure mana, I do think now I want to do this in combat. I have this. I'm going to deal 1/1. Ooh, actually, I can just tap this. I forgot about the tap clause. Is that even better? New cards, everyone. A lot of choices to be made. I think so I'm at 10. No, this has to die. So, yeah, really close. All right. Yep. I'm gonna go 1/1 2.
Brings me to 11.
Yep. I get a 4/4. We don't really have those yet because it is so early on. So I'm just going to use this as a 4/4. I get to draw 2 cards. These trade. And I have a temple. Scry, I don't want that. And I'll pass to you.
Potentially regretting that trade at this point, but honestly, if I just taken the damage and you opused on my turn, it still would have been really good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was also pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
Well, I drew the Great Henge.
Yeah, figured.
And I think I want to play Fiend Artisan first, so I'll do that. Gain
Okay.
2 life, go to 13.
Sure.
Draw a card. And then I will play a mountain and pass the turn.
Okay. I'm gonna untap. Interesting draw. So I unfortunately just have to let your henge do its thing for a while. So I don't have a ton of options, but we do have an option for a Goldspan Dragon. And I'm at 10. Yeah, I'll attack, make a treasure.
Okay, I will go to 6.
Okay, pass to you.
You're at 10 right now.
Yep.
On your end step, I'll stomp you.
Okay, I'm down to 8. Am I dead?
Depends what you have.
Fair, fair, fair.
That could be very punishing. Forgot about that in my deck. So I have 9 mana here.
Okay. Yeah, being stuck on land was definitely a pain in this game. I just have so many things to do in hand still, just so little time. A decent amount of clunky cards, though, for what it's worth, so maybe, you know. And I think I misread this card a bit. I thought that was a little bit better than it is, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, that is still awkward.
Good, good, good.
I will start this turn by attacking for 5.
Okay, I'll chump block.
Yep. I'll gain 2 life, go to 8.
Okay.
I will play Terror of the Peaks.
Okay.
I'll get a counter on it and draw a card.
Okay.
Then I will play Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay.
So I will put the Terror of the Peaks trigger on the stack, targeting. This is just spell, right? Yeah.
Just spell,
targeting Goldspan Dragon, and then I will put the Great Henge trigger on the stack.
So they're still gonna trade essentially.
Well, not trade, but it just deals damage.
Oh, it just deals damage. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is only spell, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So Great Henge trigger, I get a counter and draw a card.
Yep.
Then deals 5 to the Goldspan, and then I will pass the turn.
All right. Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, I was hoping you didn't have like a Brazen Borrower there.
Yeah, no, I did not have anything. I needed a land, and then I could have just, countered it. But
Yeah, drew the Temple, unfortunately. A Temple of Tilt.
well, that was last turn. I didn't. I didn't have a land.
That was on the Magma Opus turn.
Yeah, and I was that close to winning because I just have like Alrund's Epiphany, another Goldspan Dragon, all that stuff. But I just needed a few more lands. So yeah, I'm dead. I'm straight dead. I can't do anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Great Henge was the perfect draw.
Yeah, great. Who would have guessed it? Yeah, I honestly think I could have beat the Great Henge with a land too, because we were gonna do some stuff. But yeah, all right, tough game. New cards. They are a bit tricky, but it is fun. And you know what else is fun? Having our show back. So, all right, everyone. We're in preview season. We don't really have that great a sideboard. Should we do 2 pre and then do 1
Yeah.
sideboard? Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's get that going. So we're just gonna go right into it here for a little bit while we're just figuring out the shells of our deck. Our sideboards are always just kind of, the same. We have
Yeah.
some aggro cards, we have some cards for control.
It's all either generic stuff or things that are targeted towards the decks that did well last season.
Exactly. So we don't know exactly what we want to be taking out as far as new cards, so we're going to start with that. But first, Josh, we'll take some questions from you if you got any. Or burns towards, Commander versus, of course. But
I don't have one for Commander Versus, but someone's asking when we're getting the real host back.
the real what?
Someone wants to know when we're getting the real host back.
Yeah, we're back. Didn't you just see? We kicked them right out of their spot.
Are the real hosts.
Exactly.
I don't know where you've been.
These are new people that just came to the show, and their first experience was the first 5 minutes of the day.
That would be really weird.
That would be really weird.
If you pick today as your first show to watch,
You picked a good one, basically. All right, let's just get back into it. I am going to go first. Hope to draw a few more lands. All right. Yeah, I can keep this.
and
Yeah, I got a question. This Planeswalker, that still reduces the cost of Foretold cards, right? Because I'm still casting them.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, when you cast it, you don't get to foretell for one.
Yeah.
'Cause that's an activated ability.
Oh, wait, what?
So you don't get to spend one.
I don't get to spend
Yeah.
one to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm casting it,
Yeah,
they would cost one, essentially, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about my hand still.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's likely that we hit the red source that we need in 3 draw steps. But even if we do, this hand doesn't curve out that well. It's like 1/1
okay.
Fiend Artisan into Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay.
Which is not what we're really looking for in this matchup. So.
Yeah.
Because I both need to get a little lucky for the hand just to be functional, and the upside of the hand is not very high, I think that's a mulligan.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I had some really, really cool plays. I have the Sculptor as well. Whenever Magnus Opus is in the graveyard, it just becomes a 6/6 that you have to pay 2 extra to target, which is kind of sweet. And, you can discard that treasure to it on turn 2. You can play that on turn 3. So you can play a turn 3 6/6 that you can't really kill in this deck, which is kind of cool. You do essentially 2-for-1 yourself to get it. It's like I cast Desperate Ritual to get it out there, which isn't that great. But it's something that's kind of cute, and I wanted to explore it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Magma Opus also just looked good with a cold spin. Exactly what we thought.
Yeah, and if you didn't block, I was just praying you didn't block, because then I just had Alrund's Epiphany. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
This 6 looks excellent.
Okay.
I think I just want to get rid of one of these. It's a little awkward, actually.
Good.
Actually, maybe I want to get rid of the Henge, because I'm a little landlight here. I'm not
Okay.
sure if I'm going to get to it quickly. Yeah.
Alrighty, I got an island for you, and I'll pass.
Okay, I have a Timber Crown Pathway and an Edgewall Innkeeper.
Of course you do.
Pass turn.
All right.
Hey, I got to tutor for one with the Fiend Artist, and that was actually pretty fun.
That was pretty sweet. That was pretty sweet, I must say. Okay, so I got a pathway. I'll pass to you.
Hey, attack for 1.
Yeah, we'll just stomp this. We're definitely going to do it. Might as well save the damage.
Okay, I'll play another one.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Tap a draw. Interesting turn for me.
Is it, though?
It is. All right, we're going to see our first Is It Planeswalker here. Rowan, Scholar of the Sparks, and I'll deal 1 to you. The abilities are not great. It's the static we're really after here, and we'll try it out. Pass to you.
Okay. Now I've got a choice. I drew the land, which is what I wanted.
Okay.
So I can just cast a Bone Crusher Giant here and draw a card.
Yeah, or
I can
stomp
the
it up.
Rowan and deal with the Planeswalker.
Yeah, that's close.
I am inclined. Just making sure I know what this does.
Not much. Not much. The -4, you do get an emblem.
I'm actually inclined to just cast the Bone Crusher.
I think you're right, yeah.
I want to be aggressive. I'll attack the Rowan for 1.
Okay.
And then pass. What is it?
Ooh.
So Corey could like Bane phase uphold the multiverse here and deal me 3 with the Rowan, but that does not seem great.
Yeah. No, I did draw a little bit better of a play, so I'm going to take 3. I got multiple choice for 4. Here we go. This is that kind of the interaction we were talking about. So I'm going to go to 17. You know, it's not great that I choose you. So you return a creature. I scry 1, then draw, then create a 4/4. So I get to do all these things, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So you do them in the order on the card. So do your scrying, then I choose.
Okay. That card doesn't seem great right now. So then we'll draw.
Ugh. It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. This is going to be blue and red, but we don't have that as an option right now.
Kind of honestly regretting casting this Bone Crusher last turn. Because
Yeah.
now the Rowan might be hard to answer.
Yeah. I did top deck that multiple choice, otherwise it wasn't going to be that good, but I was still going to be able to do some cool things.
So normally you generally want to bounce the cheapest creature. But in this case, the Bone Crusher is not really doing much attacking, and it does get me an additional card off the Edge-Rolling Keeper, so I'm going to bounce the Bone Crusher.
Okay. So yeah, then I get a 4/4, and I'll take up, deal you 1 damage, so close to dealing you 3.
I'm at 18.
And pass to you?
This 4/4 is going to be annoying. Yeah, just gonna play Bone Crusher Giant, and actually, I think what I have to do is let's play Burgee
Okay.
this turn, and then scry with a Temple.
Okay.
Even though this is the combo, I don't have anything to go with it, so Ignis can go to the bottom.
Like that. Would you like to attack?
I would not.
Okay. Was not a good draw. So I do think we just have to start with finding some lands. So I'm going to play our 3-mana Behold.
Yep.
Scry 2. Those are not lands. So I'll bottom those. I wonder, did I put enough lands in this deck? I thought I did. Okay.
Yeah, definitely feeling like not killing the Rowan was a misstep at this point.
All right. Then I'm going to play this, take 3.
Brings you to 14.
Yep. And so I'm going to tick up. You take 3 this time.
I'm going to go to 15.
Yep. And then I'm just going to foretell a card and pass to you. Play a little defense.
Okay, now I've got a nice little turn.
All right. I'm scared.
So I'm going to start the turn by playing a Fiend Artisan, generating a red.
Okay.
Burgee. Then I'm going to stomp the illusion, generate a red with Burgee.
Okay.
Then I'm going to stomp the illusion, generate a red with Burgee.
Okay.
That last red, not so important, but I can now attack the Rowan for 4.
Lame.
So I've dealt with Corey's entire battlefield and played another creature, and then I'll pass the turn.
Hated it. Hated it. All right. So I have a pathway. And yeah, I'm just going to start by all runs here. Just to get, I was really hoping I could do that, with the Planeswalker still on the battlefield. It would be a lot better, but still not bad.
With a land, you would have been able to copy it, right? If the Rowan had survived at 4.
Yeah.
Although,
Yeah.
No, because
you lose it.
yeah, you lose the Rowan when you -4 it. It has to be at 5.
Okay, so I have this.
Almost the full set of pathways.
I know, we're crushing it. Now, I think I'm just gonna all runs Epiphany again.
Okay.
I'll get in there for 2.
Brings me to 13.
Yeah, actually, the damage from this was real. You know.
Yeah, you know, it soaked up 5 damage on your side and dealt me 5.
Yeah.
And really helped you out with the multiple choice.
This is gonna be sweet. Okay, I'm excited. So we're gonna play the flip side. We're gonna play Will.
So that enters with 4 loyalty.
Yeah. Now I could.
Draw some cards, or you can shrink a creature, right? Or,
Yeah.
you make it.
It doesn't stop the abilities of them though. That's the only thing that isn't great. So I do kind of think I want to just draw some cards here. I know you have Stomp, so I'm going to like lose it. But
I mean, I cast 2 stomps last turn.
oh, you did. That's right. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
Okay. That's scary.
Yeah.
That means Corey's not worried about losing the Planeswalker, or like doesn't care. I don't like either of those things.
Okay, then let's go with my 1 mana Stomp, which is kind of cool. And now I can just hold these birds back to play a little bit of defense. Could just be trying to get aggressive and just really not care about Will. Seems a little loose, but I do think defense is probably better. All right, then I'm going to play this land tapped and pass to you.
Not bad.
Go, birds, go.
Okay, I drew another Bone Crusher. Let's stomp the Will. Okay.
Negate.
Still have red floating from there.
Yep. That's counter, though.
Oh, yeah. So that's why I did this, so if there's a counter spell, Fiend Artisan gets bigger.
Yep. That's why I thought it was really cool. I had Will plus Negate and Stomp, so like it kind of made them cheaper. It made this only kind of cost 3,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of sweet. And I think that's where this card's going to be the best, is when you compare it with, like, on turn 4, you can go this, hold up Negate, and then turn 5, Goldspan Dragon into that, or, you know, turn 6, kind of do something similar.
You have 2 in hand?
2 in hand.
Yeah, I'll send both creatures at will.
All right. 3 birds here, 1 to here.
Burgie down.
So you still have mana through
Yeah,
mana,
yes.
right? That's how that
Mana's
works.
still floating.
Okay.
And I will play a Bone Crusher.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
And now this is a 5/5,
5/5.
right? Okay.
Keeps getting bigger.
Keeps getting larger.
And importantly, if you target it with Will, it makes it base 0/2, and the ability is still there. So you'll turn it from a
Yep.
5/5 into a 4/6.
Yep, that is important.
So not a great.
And you can only use this as a sorcerer, right? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I missed up by playing the Bone Crusher, but it was more mana efficient that way.
All right, I'm gonna tick up on this,
Yep.
and then I'll pass to you. Upkeep. Magnus Opus, 2/2 tap, make a 4/4.
So you take 2 from the Bone Crusher.
Yep. So I go to 12.
I take 2, go to 11.
Yep. And I got a 4/4. And I get to draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably leave blue open. Nah. I think it doesn't matter too much.
Okay. Oh, I drew a land, which is not bad.
Okay.
That'll get me a mountain. I'm not feeling great here. Corey's just way up on cards.
Yeah, we're doing some stuff, which is pretty cool. Stuff and things.
Magma Opus so far is impressed.
It has, yep. And I mean, it does compete with Allruns, so you know that's the thing is there's a fine line to balance of how many of these really expensive cards you can have, because you know discarding it to make a treasure is not ideal, you know.
So it can lead to some, you know, ramp into Prismari, whatever the dragon's name is,
Yeah.
into Goldspan, that kind of curve, so you can be aggressive.
It can do some stuff. I agree.
I've got another Fiend Artisan and this Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
All right. So those Fiend Artisans are just gigantic,
They
which
are
is terrifying.
6/6s.
That was not the best of draws. All right. I'll play a Hall of Oracles. All right. Then let's go with
It's like puts counters on things.
if
but
I cast an instant or sorcery. Yep. All right, let's go with this.
make a treasure.
Make a treasure, thank you. And now I have 6 mana to play with. Oh, but this is only for instant. Oh, okay, maybe that's actually.
You could sack it for something else.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. So I'm gonna just actually sack it. Put 2 Bone Crushers into play.
It's 11 power.
Yeah, no big deal. Target that as an O2. And I can't really attack, so pass to you.
You have me at 11, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot the 2 damage. Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is awkward. 3 in hand.
3 in hand. All hot medium.
Wow. Me being at exactly 11 here is quite unfortunate for me because it means any 3 unblocked attackers from Corey's battlefield represent lethal damage.
Okay.
So I've got 2 plays I kind of like that I think could potentially set me up to win the game.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily next turn, but you know, down the line. But both of those plays leave me dead to a removal spell because they will leave me with only 2 blockers.
Okay.
There's also the question of whether or not I want to try to attack the will because it's set to draw another 2 cards next turn, which is pretty threatening. Corey's got a ton of mana, so he doesn't really need the static anymore.
Yeah, not really.
Could find another big spell. Another Magma Opus would just kill me regardless of what I do.
Yeah.
Definitely can't beat
I don't have a
that.
ton of them. I think I believe I have 2.
And Allrun's Epiphany would also, I think, kill me regardless of what I do.
Yep.
So I don't think I can beat any sort of big spells. The question is, like, I can't really beat, if I make the aggressive lines, I can't really beat a Stomp or any sort of bounce spell. But I've got to make a play that helps me win the game. And I think it's going to be the play that leaves the will around.
Okay.
Well, actually, maybe not. Yeah,
Someone's getting burgalicious.
I've already shown you that. I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have, but got it. It's actually even my attacks at the will are awkward because the Fiend Artisans are 6/6s, and you have some 4 toughness creatures. You can just trade 1 for 1
Yeah.
with a Fiend Artisan, which is not the worst. Like, which you're perfectly fine with. Yeah, I am gonna send a Fiend Artisan at the will.
Okay. Yeah, I want to keep Will around, and I'd like to kill Fiend Artisan here. I could, take it and try to pressure you, but I don't think it's insanely important. So it's a 6/6?
Yes.
Okay. So something like this is a very good block, but if you have something, it gets awkward, but I don't know what that something could really be. You have to activate at instant speed. So I could block here as well just to be super safe. You get to kind of kill my flyer then if that's the case, but I don't know if I care about that much. So yeah, we'll block like this for safety.
So I am just going to deal with the flyer.
Okay.
I think that's the most threatening creature. And I'm going to play Harnfell.
Okay.
And I think I just want to play this land.
Okay.
I don't think there are many spells I'm going to not just discard to the Harnfell next turn.
Sure.
And I just want a bunch of mana as I'm drawing cards. I could activate Fiend Artisan.
Alrighty. I shall draw. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I could just try to keep this creature or this planeswalker around and then just dump some creatures here. Fine. So 10. Slightly short on that because I do have enough to do this turn, but I wouldn't mind something bigger. I'm gonna draw.
Yep.
Whew. Okay, not bad.
Now, like the Harnfell is threatening to draw me back even on cards if the game progresses for a few turns. So Corey, I feel, is going to try to get aggressive here to end the game while he's ahead.
Quite possible.
And I'm just going to try to, slow things down a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna play. I have to tap this a little bit different. I go like this. All right, I had another dragon. Then I will go with a Torrent Sculptor. I'm going to get rid of Magma Opus, so this becomes a 6/6.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's worth attacking here. You get to eat this and eat up some creatures. So I think this is just a pass to you.
And now we got to hit off Harnfell.
Yeah.
This was the one card that I was going to consider keeping around if I drew.
A henge?
I got okay to one of two.
Okay. A terror.
Yeah, it is a Terror of the Peak. So do I want 2 cards or do I want a Terror? Terror is really valuable here because as I draw more creatures, they all start being 2-for-1s.
And it shuts down this.
Yeah, here's the thing. Corey almost certainly has a didn't say please, but saw it coming. He's got the 3-mana up, hasn't played one this entire game, has gone through quite a bit of cards. I would be surprised if he didn't have one in his hand.
Okay.
But in order, I'm going to have to grind through that. And the question, am I going to hit 2 spells off of Harnfell, especially, spells that matter?
2 lands. Discard 2 lands,
So, yeah, I'm just casting the Terror.
Yeah, you're dead.
Does that kill me?
Yeah, because I got 11 coming through.
Yeah, if I had, the two cards aren't doing anything.
And it was pretty interesting if I had, a little bit more mana, saw it coming, and then also just putting, is it sorcery? Okay, that doesn't work that way. Never mind. I was like, counter something, and then end step put counters on stuff. That would be kind of busted, but yeah. No, I had another Torrent, but after that I was kind of running out of stream, except I have 5 mana Divinations in my deck, which is kind of gas,
Yeah, so really got punished there for not killing the Planeswalker on turn 3. Won't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
I think that game would have gone very differently had I made that play. And then Magma Opus has just looked really good.
They really did.
You make so many treasures with this deck, and you're not even going as all in as you could. You could play Prismari Command, you could play Magda, so the fact that you're casting it pretty easily and very effectively is impressive.
Yep, I totally agree. There's a lot of stuff to like here so far. I'm on watch of this card actually being playable, but it seems interesting with specifically Magma Opus. I'm
specifically the card that gets it to a 6/6, so it's bigger than Lovestruck Beast.
Exactly.
Cheaper, but on par with Gargaroth.
All right, everyone, we are going to head to the sideboards here, see what kind of stuff we have. We're going to take a short break here to get that ready, and we'll be right back here on Versus Live.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Grinning Ignis Combo and Izzet Dragons. On my side of things, the cards we want to take out are pretty clear. Fire Prophecy is very weak in the matchup, and Questing Beast is also not great in control matchups where your opponent has a Bone Crusher Giant, as an easy card to trade for it.
Yeah.
You also have the token for multiple choice trades for Questing Beast. The Torrent Sculptor and the Dragons. So this is just a sort of reasonable, aggressive body, but not very impressive.
Yep.
I'm going to be bringing in the Akroan War. Corey's Dragons have been problematic. I don't have a lot of great ways to answer them. And Akroan War, even if it's not killing Corey when I take the creature, I can potentially sacrifice it to Fiend Artisan so he never gets it back.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is really cool. So I think this is better in the matchup than it otherwise would be because of the presence of Fiend Artisan. So I'm going to bring in all three, try that out. A couple Soul Seers as a more efficient answer to Dragons. And then one Ox of Agonas as both a late game card to, grind card advantage, but also as a one-of that I can find with Fiend Artisan.
Multiple choice doesn't get you with the whole control clause, right? Like I can't target myself and return a card you took because I'm the owner, but you're the controller, right? Okay. Okay, gotcha. I was going to say the Charming Prince kind of blink aspect was always such a weird kind of rules text. But all right, from my end, being on the draw, I think I need to kill creatures a little bit more. Fiend Artisans have been annoying, so Scorching Dragon firing them or Innkeeper still hits a good chunk of your stuff. Doesn't kill everything though, so it's not great. And then Red Cap Melee just being a very good card to kill Dragon, as well as, worst case scenario, hit this and stuff like that. I only brought in 2 because it is kind of loose on that, but yeah, so and we're just taking on Sod Coming. It gets a little awkward as a 3-mana counter spell when I'm on the draw against an aggressive deck. And then we're going to take out one of the multiple choices. It seems a little slow on the draw as well. I'd rather have a couple negates, where if I get attacked with Dragon, then negate something important. I think that seems a little bit better.
Yeah, usually the cards I'm casting that you're negating are going to be really important.
Exactly, they're the haymakers. Yeah, so we'll see how we're going to do here. I know there's going to be some times where I definitely want a more mass removal spell. Battle at the Frost is something I was considering too, but it just doesn't kill everything, It's just
an awkward one against Gruul Adventures when it doesn't kill Bone Crusher Giant or Lovestruck Beast.
Yeah, it doesn't kill Bone Crusher. I was thinking it was like only Lovestruck, but yeah, the stupid Giant Claws is pretty bad. But you pair that up against like mono white or even mono red, Battle at the Frost seems kind of sweet to me, but could also just be another clunky card. But I think that's what preview season is all about. We play a little bit more clunky decks to see what works, and then you kind of scale down,
You've also been able to mitigate, the way your deck looks on paper, it looks very clunky because of the curve, but you're generating so many treasures that it doesn't play out that way.
Yeah.
That's what's been impressive. The Magnum Opuses and the Alrund's Epiphanies have been much more castable because you have so much extra mana.
Yeah. No, it's been really interesting. And I was just one land away from winning game 1 too, so I gotta agree with you on that. But I'm gonna be on the draw here. This is gonna be a little scary.
Hopefully a lot scary.
Hopefully a lot scary has been called.
Yeah, my hand's unbeatable, so I'll keep.
All right, well, my hand's not unbeatable, but I will keep.
I will lead on 4, Heart's Desire.
Okay, yep, that's
game's
game.
over.
That's game.
GG.
We can pack it up. All right, I got a mountain, and I'll pass to you. I am really interested in a snow version of this, but I just didn't want my mana base to be so bad with not playing like temples and pathways, but I am interested in that.
Attack for 1.
Take it.
And I'll play an Edge Rolling Keeper.
My God.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Well, that's going to be really tough to beat. But I do have a stomp to get that out of there, and I'll pass to you.
How is it going to be tough to beat if you just immediately answer it?
I just can't beat a 5/5, so.
Well, I don't have a third land.
Okay, that's what we needed. 18.
You're at 18. You can go.
All right. Well, I like this. So now
kept a 2-lander on the play.
I'm gonna scry, keep that, and I will foretell this magic card pass to you.
And I'll stomp you on the end step. At least use my mana for something.
Like it.
You're at 16.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Back to
justice.
15. You can go.
All right. Okay.
15.
Yeah, 15. Justice has been served. Yeah.
Corey's at 15.
I'm at 15, you're at 20, yeah. Okay, then I'm going to go with our scholar, our gentleman and scholar.
And now I'm at 19.
Yep, ping you to 19, and I'll pass to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Shouldn't have used that stomp.
Yeah, I was just hoping. I was like, no more stomps, please. God, you're so lucky.
We finally hit. Attack Rowan for 1.
It's down to 2.
Play Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay.
I don't want Corey to just be able to kill the 1/1 and stop the Lovestruck Beast from attacking.
Makes sense. End step, I'll behold for 1 mana.
I guess playing the they're both kind of weak to Scorching Dragonfire, which is a problem. You either hit the 1/1 or the Bone Crusher.
Yep. Oh, and I get to do a nice little play next turn. Okay, so I do want one of these lands, but I don't think I need both. Maybe I do. Nah, I'll just keep the 1, draw 2, untap, a draw. Oh. Okay, that's really interesting. Really interesting. Okay, that's probably better. So I am going to
Take 3.
take 3 down to 12.
Terrifying.
I have a Goldspan Dragon.
Okay.
Then I'll attack to get a treasure.
I will go to 15.
You'll go to 15. I'll tick up,
I go to 14.
and I'll pass to you.
I potentially could play a 3-mana spell if he wants to sack the treasure. Could tap it and play a 2-mana spell.
Nope, can't do that. I gotta sack it anyways, right?
Oh yeah, it's not.
It's not the other card.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can
But
play
I
a 3-mana
can
spell.
sack it and cast a 3-drop,
Yep.
which is cool.
Okay, I'll send both my creatures at Rowan.
All right, I'll pay full retail for this.
You take 2, go to 10.
10, yep.
Rowan to 2.
Yep.
And I guess I am just praying this works. I'll Soul Seer the Dragon. You get a treasure.
I get a treasure, and it works. It's dead.
Still really far behind. You got so much mana here.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, though. All right. So I'm not going to be able to, like, draw any extra cards, I guess. Can I have these in play together? I guess I can, right?
Yeah, they're dead. That's the point of these double face cards.
Okay, that's kind of gas.
Spells cost 2 less.
Yeah, 2 less. That is insane. Okay, well, I'll start by scrying.
It's kind of cute how the will ability can sometimes turn off Lovestruck too. Like if you just have the token of Lovestruck, you make the token an O2.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a gasser. Okay, so and they work together, right? If Will draws 2 cards, then Rowan is it
Yeah.
Rowan? Yeah, gets
And Rowan
to
is gonna
deal 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
it all works.
it's all coming back to me. Okay, but I think I am gonna go with this.
A Galazeth.
Yeah.
Start learning the names, I guess.
Probably. And then I will play or get that treasure and yeah, tick up of course.
I'll go to 13.
And this is only to cast spell, so I cannot foretell anything. So I had you at 14?
Yeah, so I go to 13 from the Rowan.
Yep.
I mean, you can foretell if you want to sack treasure.
I don't want to sack one, yeah, but then I'll pass to you. Could also play a Bone Crusher here.
Wow. All I can do is play Lovestruck Beast.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Knew that was there. So think I want to kind of play this a little slow. I'm gonna play Will.
4 loyalty start on that one.
Yeah, so then I want to tap up on this. I guess I can tap up on this, which is kind of funny. That stops them both, and then I can attack. If you have a 1/1, it runs a little bit of a foul, but I don't think it could be detrimental. And this has Yeah, okay, so I'm going to tick up, deal you 1. I'm going to tick up on Lovestruck Beast to make it an 0-2.
Yeah, I'm at 12.
And I'll pass to you.
I am going to play a Burgee.
Burgee-licious. Okay.
Pass the turn.
End step. I'll melee that. A draw.
Played the Burgee because it's the card that can help me deploy my hand as quickly as possible, but I played into the removal again.
Okay, I think this is probably pretty good. I'll get an emblem that I can pay 2 and copy, and then I'll Allrun's Epiphany and copy it.
And that'll kill me.
So let's go through it. So I
You're
get
making
4
birds, and you have 2 more turns.
I get 4
So-
birds. Let's draw some cards as well. I'll draw 2.
This is an attack for 3, and then 2 7-point attacks. You
Yeah.
got 17 in the air here.
3. I'll play this.
And whatever you want to do with your other 2 turns.
First turn, draw, tick up. And then I just have like Behold. I mean, you got mana screwed, but still, that is pretty sweet.
Yeah, and once again,
Yeah.
I could have soul seared the Rowan, but then you would have just had the Goldspan Dragon, which I think was worse for me.
Yeah, I think so.
The biggest issue was, again, I just cast the Stomp, like figuring my hand is full, I should use my mana.
Yeah.
And that screwed me, let you resolve the Rowan. But yeah, really?
Yeah, if you didn't kill Goldspan, I had attacked with Goldspan all runs.
Yeah.
And I think I even could have played the 3/4 dragon as well. So, like, yeah, you were dead. But I also just had Negate and Behold held back there for that turn if you had any interaction at the end. But
Yeah, really impressive stuff from the Izzet deck. Played out better than I thought it was going to.
Same.
You know, playing against, while this is, not the ideal version of Gruul Adventures.
Yeah.
I don't think the combo certainly didn't come to fruition at all. It didn't
Yeah.
really draw Grinning Ignis. The one time I saw it, I scratched it to the bottom.
because you didn't need it, yeah.
Yeah, like I had the Burgee, but nothing to go with it. So
Yeah.
who cares? And the issue with the combo is that the cards that pay you off for it are cards that generally take over the game by themselves.
Yeah.
The Great Henge and Terror of the Peaks. So you don't really need the combo once you have those cards.
Yeah.
If it comboed with some other cheaper creature and it was easier to set up like in one turn. I'm looking to play Burgee and have people be terrified because they might die on turn 4.
Yeah, yeah.
If you had some sort of even an infinite life combo, right? If I had like a Soul Warden, you could play that for free on turn 4, then play Grinning Ignis and have it all wrapped up.
Yeah, maybe that is a better kind of deck, kind of a Project X type feel,
Yeah. But I'm not sure if there's a creature like that in Standard.
Soul Warden's not in?
No, that's
Oh, okay.
historic.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, actually.
Yeah, so there might
Valkyrie, does that trigger off non-angels?
be angels or clerics, which Grinning Ignis is not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an elemental.
Okay.
Ooh, Grinning Ignis is an elemental, so it combos with like Risen Reef and Pioneer.
Oh.
With
I'll put my deck here. Okay. Well, yeah, honestly, I'm pretty excited for the rest of the show because we were talking, and I think it came to the consensus that I thought this was the worst deck, on my side at least. So I put it first, but it did look really good. The one thing I'm interested in is a snow package where it's a little bit more controlling. I think the one thing the deck should be taking advantage of a little bit more is that 4-drop dragon. Sorry, I'll get all these cards down eventually, but Galazeth. Getting that down and then having something to do that turn seems sweet. Frostbite being like the perfect thing. You make the mana base a little bit worse, but I think that's okay. But
yeah, I mean, you'd still play your Pathways, and if that interferes with it, so be it.
and I think you still want to be playing these double face cards. These lands,
Yeah.
You just cut temples for maybe the blue-red snow duels and then just a bunch of snow
Yeah.
basics.
I mean, I would play Frostbite as a shock a lot of the time. That's
Yeah.
still killing Edge Dwelling Keeper. It's still killing Brushfire Elemental. It's still killing a lot of the creatures out of mono white
Yeah.
and mono red. And then occasionally you're going to get 3 damage out of it and kill a pumped creature out of mono white or kill
Or
an
Raiden or
Annex.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Annex,
Raiden.
yeah.
So, it's really just upside, I think.
Yeah, so that was the only other version I was going between, and I do think that could be a little bit better. Plus, the sculptors weren't that great. We do have the flip side, that's Flamethrower Sonata. This is not the text. We got that one wrong, but, it is something along the lines of discard a card, deal damage to a creature for 2 mana equal to that card's converted mana cost. So that's really strong. We see that. It's the same kind of ability of Narset. Narset Ancient Way.
Yeah, Narset of the Ancient Way.
Of the Ancient Way. And, that kind of Jeskai decks were playing Shark Typhoons. They were playing Seagate Restorations, maybe a Myria's Calls. A lot of expensive stuff that's also cheap. And a 2-mana removal spell that kills anything, I think can be really good. And we saw the Sculptor be okay. And Flamethrower Sonata works well with Sculptor. So you can go Flamethrower Sonata, discard Magnus Opus, and then on turn 4 play a 6/6. So I think that card is actually pretty good, but it also could be a little clunky, and I'm a little unsure about that one. But
Yeah.
the Planeswalker looked awesome to me.
Yeah, if you untap with it, your deck is just so much more efficient, and it's easy. I think it becomes pretty easy to defend once you untap with it once. The problem is, do you untap with it once? And it was my missteps in each of the games 2 and 3 that let you untap with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I chose not to kill it in one game, and I spewed a stomp that I shouldn't have in the other game.
Yeah, and you did still kill it pretty efficiently, but yeah, the damage was kind of done. It reduced my cost of quite a few spells.
Just casting that multiple choice at 4 mana looked awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. So
impressive stuff from the Izzet deck.
yeah, a lot of fun stuff, and we got a lot more fun decks coming up. So we are going to take a short 7-minute break, and then we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Murray.
And we got Josh in the booth. Say what's up, Josh.
What's up, Josh?
Josh will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games, and Josh will get his favorite ones sent over to us. So yes, Christmas time is here, y'all. Strixhaven previews have begun. We're about halfway through already.
It's springtime, not Christmas time.
No, Christmas comes 4 times a year, and it's whenever we get new sets.
Historically speaking, most scholars of that time do believe that Jesus of Nazareth was born in the spring.
Okay, and I mean, I'm the new scholar now, though, because of playing all these scholar cards, right?
We are in the Strixhaven set. Everybody is learning.
Yes, we're all doing a lot of learning. We're taking a lot of lessons. I'll be doing some learning and lessons in the last match. I'm pretty excited for that one. But I do think this is the deck that I think is the best out of mine for this show. And it is a riff of a list that someone posted on our tweet. So thank you for all the interaction we got with our deck list. We got some really good ideas. I built upon it a little bit, took out some things I didn't like, added some stuff I did. But it is a Jeskai Luca shell that instead of going into, Dream Trawler, Agent of Treachery, rest in peace, all that kind of stuff, we are heading right into this beautiful Boros dragon here, where, whenever we attack, we look at the top 7, it's like Collected Company for spells. We have, I think our best hit is Lorehold Command. We also have the Izzet Command. A lot of cool spells, but the main thing I'm excited about is I think bringing this dragon into the Jeskai Luca shell, it makes ECD very good again, because bringing this back with ECD and getting to attack right away seems excellent to me, and ECD just wasn't that good in Standard lately because there wasn't any good white cards to bring back. I think that's going to change with this, and we'll see if one of my favorite cards of all time can come back with a vengeance. Outside of that, though, we're playing the commands, and then Rip Apart. I think Rip Apart is awesome. Just deal 3 damage to a creature or destroy an artifact or enchantment. I don't know the applications and how good it's going to be, but you got some enchantments I can hit and stuff, so it should be pretty cool.
I do have an artifact in my deck as well, but it's not one you can hit.
Oh, yeah?
It is Stonecoil Serpent, protection from multicolored.
Oh, harsh. Okay, that's going to be
whammy.
That's going to be a beating. That card is actually pretty rough for me to deal with.
On my side of things, this is a deck that was featured in my article from this week, which is all about Shylay, I don't know how to pronounce it, Dean of Radiance.
Yeah.
One of the Cycle of Deans, one that I like quite a bit. In particular, I'm much higher on the front side than the reverse side. Mm-hmm. So if you want some cool decks utilizing it, that article is up now on StarCityGames.com.
Yeah, that's a sweet card.
Yeah, this is my favorite list of the ones that I featured in that article, though.
Okay.
It is a Naya counters deck. Really very aggressive, very low curved.
Got any squirrels in here?
No Toski. My 4-drop is Showdown.
Okay.
I think that's the best 4-dropping is better than Felidar Retreat and Toski. I explain why in the article. But really, really low curved here. I'm playing Jaspera Sentinel, so I can combo with Clarion Spirit and get those double counters. Like Clarion Spirit also is best friends with Shylay because you're generating all these extra bodies that you can then pump. Conclave Mentor lets you get multiple counters, and then we're playing Stonecoil Serpent, Star Pupil, which is another new card to build on these counter synergies, and then using Pathways and Fable Passage and Jaspera Sentinel to splash for Showdown of the Scalds.
Yes.
And that's our sort of curve topper. Really supercharges all of our synergies. Plays really well in the deck. Again, very low curve, which is nice.
I like
for
that.
Showdown as well. One thing to note that is kind of cute, Jaspera Sentinel does give us the opportunity to cast Embrose, Dean of Shadow. Don't think it's going to come up. But
Pretty
it could.
tough, yeah.
Yeah, you need 2 Sentinels, but it's possible. So not a lot of interaction for us in the main, really just a couple of Kabira takedowns that are sort of part of our mana base and
Yep.
come along for free.
So you feel like you're Naya tokens essentially, but you get some new toys to play with. So yeah, this deck seems sweet.
Yeah, I'm Naya tokens with the counters theme building in,
Yeah,
so I can
yeah.
really go over the top with those synergies. You still have Luminarch, Aspirant, the really powerful cards, but super low curve too, which I really like. I think
Okay.
that low curve is going to make Clarion Spirit, Showdown of the Scalds, and Shiley all the better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this should be a really interesting matchup. I don't have, I have a couple sneaky Wraths in the main, but I don't have a ton of them. We got some of those in the sideboard that are going to be great against you, but for the most part, I got to be able to control you going wide. So if I don't have a 2-mana removal spell, like this could be a really tough thing. So.
Yeah.
Because the dragon's not insane against you. I mean, it's going to gain some value, and it's going to be, unkillable, so that'll be great, but...
Oh, I'll have 5 creatures to Kabira take down it.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, more than likely. All right, let's get into this. I was lucky enough to take it down, or you were unlucky enough for me to take it down last round.
So I will be on the play here. Not a great hand on my side, but I think it's keepable. I'm going to keep it.
Okay, same. I think this hand could be a little slow, but I'm going to try it as well.
I'm going to start on a Fable Passage and pass the turn.
Okay. I have a temple.
I accidentally left the cards I had there out of my deck.
Nice. Smart. All right, I have that. And of course, we are just a Yorion deck. I had to play one Yorion deck, y'all. I mean, well, I couldn't
It's in his
resist.
contract.
It's literally in my contract, yeah.
How did we resolve the Scribe at the Temple?
Bottom. Had an
what I
extra
like to hear.
land. I did not want that stuff.
That's what I like to hear.
You would.
That's awkward. Play Branchloft Pathway and a Shiley.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'd like to kill that if I could, but I cannot at this moment.
I like to hear that.
So now what do we want to do? I don't think this card is super needed right now. So I think I'm just going to go land, go. Pass to you.
Interesting. I'm going to play a Cragcrown Pathway.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
I'm going to go to combat.
Sure.
Put a counter on Shiley.
Sure.
Attack for 2.
Sure.
Brings you to 18.
Yep.
Then I would like to play a 1/1 Stonecoil Serpent.
Yep.
Then I will activate Shiley, put a counter on the Luminarch Aspirant and the Serpent,
Yeah, that's pretty gas.
and pass the turn.
All right, end step, I got an Omen. Okay, that is something we really wanted. So yeah, we're gonna go top, bottom, draw 2.
Draw 2.
Oops,
So,
draw
yeah,
1
draw
for my
one, draw
turn.
the turn,
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go.
No harm, no foul, but make sure you don't grip another one.
Oh, I'm gonna be gripping them. Okay, so now what do we want to do here? I think I just have to deal with this card. It's gonna get out of hand very quickly. And then we can figure out where to go from there. Yeah, okay, we're gonna glass casket this.
Perfectly fine.
And then I have my Vellicut tap land and pass to you. There, I had some thought process to glass casketing this with the hopes of like blinking it with Yorion later, but
That's a neat
just
one.
okay.
Okay, I'll play Conclave Mentor.
Okay. Gross.
I'm going to play this Kabira Plateau tap.
Okay.
Where do I want to put the counter? I think I want to put it on Serpent because that's hard for you to deal with, which
Yep.
means 2 counters.
Yeah.
Get in for 6.
All right, I'm down to 12.
12, and I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay.
Had another creature here, but wanted to be a little careful.
A little careful has been called. All right, I just have a tap land, and I'll pass to you.
And actually, it was the difference between lethal and not lethal.
I'm glad you
didn't
chose not
notice
to take it then.
That's interesting. I think I am going to play this one. I'm going to play Swarm Shambler because it'll force Corey to use interaction now
Yep, that
on
resolves.
most things. So it'll enter with 2.
Okay.
And you're at 12. I'm going to attempt to put counters on the Mentor with Luminarch Aspirant. Just want to spread
Okay.
things around.
Yep.
I will then attack for you for 10.
All right, I got an Omen. So I'm going to gain 2. I'm going to go to 14. And I'm going to kill Luminarch Aspirant. Double block that.
You have 4 mana. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on for next turn. You're about to take 8, go to 6. Mm-hmm. What happens if you Yorion? You probably blink the Casket and take the Stonecoil Serpent.
Probably.
Would be my guess. Leave me with a 1/1 flyer. You would also gain 2 life, go to 8. And yeah, that's fine. So
Okay.
you go to 6.
I went to 14, then took 6 down to 8,
Down
right?
to 6 down to 8. Yeah, you're
Yep.
right. I'm going to play a 3/3 Stone Coil, so it'll enter as a 4/4,
Okay.
and then pass the turn.
That's disgusting. Okay, yeah, that's going to be tough to beat. That other Stone Coil was nasty.
Please don't have a sweeper. Seems like you don't.
I do not. I'm going to play a land, and I'll pass to you.
Is this going to be another Omen? That would bring you to 8, and yeah, that would not be enough. You'd have to have something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's a neat one. I will declare attacks.
Sure.
Send with the squad.
Okay, I have one choice to keep me alive. I got the new command. I'm going to Lightning Helix this and make a 3/2.
So this isn't even going to die?
Nope.
You're going to go to 11.
Yep.
Before blocks, I'll Kabira take down.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured you had it, but yeah. I
Also have
didn't-
the showdown off the top.
Oh, yeah,
ready to
that's
go.
nice. Yep, okay, GG.
This is my one bit of
GG.
disenergy is that Showdown doesn't put counters on Stonecoil Serpent, unfortunately.
Oh,
Which is
yep,
a-
yep.
Definitely a card you would like to load counters on it if you could.
Yep.
But
Yeah, GG. That was just too quick out of the gates. Pretty impressive stuff there. We're going to play another pre-board game before we bring in more Wrath of Gods against you.
I had the Kabira takedown, so I could have saved the Luminarch Aspirant on that previous turn off the double block.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
I was a little worried about you having a Yorion, though, just a natural one in your hand.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play the Stonecoil Serpent. If you have Yorion, I can draw any creature and be able to deal with it.
Yeah, because Yorion would have been pretty strong. And just not killing that Stonecoil Serpent, honestly, just not having a removal on 2 was very detrimental. I kept a hand of Birth, Shark Typhoon, and the 5-mana command on the draw. And just, it's a slow hand, hoping that you don't really come out of the gates. I probably just don't have the luxury of keeping a hand without Rip Apart or Glass Casket would be my guess.
It definitely seemed, look, once the ball started rolling after you didn't kill the 2-drop, you really were behind the entire game.
The entire game,
You
yeah.
know,
But if I kill your 2-drop on time and then I kill your next creature on time, like you're slow then.
Then I'm just tapping out for as big Stonecoils as I can and hoping that's good enough.
Yeah, agreed.
Which is not a bad backup plan, right?
Yeah,
That's
not
one of the
bad.
reasons Stonecoil Serpent is so good, because it lets you have this really low curve, but then if your opponent does interact, you can play in such a way where that's the card you have left in your hand, and sink all your mana into it, and it can be pretty powerful.
Yeah, that card is the scariest card for my deck specifically, I think. But all right, before we start this game, Josh, you got a question for us?
Yeah, do you think Rip Apart will see any play in Modern?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean,
How many enchantments are around in Modern right now?
I guess like ley lines and stuff. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be good in Dredge. Like, I think it's going to be a decent card in Dredge. Like, I think Dredge is going to have to restructure to be, like, red-white. But you think about that and the other red-white card where you, like, gain 2, draw 3, and then...
Reunion?
Yeah. I think that's a better Cathartic Reunion.
I
and
actually
then
think it's
that's
a worse Cathartic Reunion in Dredge.
Why?
So in most instances, you're happy to not have to discard as a cost. Because
Yeah.
Against the counter spell, you get to keep the cards.
Oh,
in
yeah,
hand.
you don't
But
get
in
to dredge the
you
cards right
actually
away.
Well, if they counter it, you're not going to get to dredge right away. But as long as you get the dredgers in your graveyard, you're at least set up for the next turn.
Yeah.
You actually want to put the cards in your graveyard and dredge. So it's better as an additional cost.
Okay, yeah, I guess that does make sense.
I talked about
Yeah.
this last night actually on the podcast. I said that the one thing that card needed to be better than Cathartic Reunion is for you to gain 3 life, because then it would combo with Silver Smoke Ghoul.
Ah, okay.
That would be really tempting.
That would be
But
good.
As is, I don't think so. And there's plenty of ways to answer it in Dredge in Jund, which is their base colors.
Yeah, true.
So to me, if enchantments end up coming,
Yeah, the main enchantment in the format is unkillable right now. It's Heliod.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, I don't see it seeing play, but it's definitely
Yeah.
just a card that's in the mix moving forward. And
Yeah.
as the metagame changes, it could be the appropriate removal spell.
Yeah. Okay. I actually, more than I think about that more, I kind of agree that it's probably not good enough
Right now, but it's
yeah.
definitely on par, and that's basically what removal spells are. Like you enter into this category where you're in the mix and you're one of the candidates that you consider
Yeah.
if it's a card that's castable in your deck, and it just depends on what cards I'm trying to kill with it. And
Fair.
if this card fits the bill, then it goes into your deck.
Yep. Nope. That's fair. That is fair. All right.
You're going to be on the play here.
I'm going to be on the play. Yep.
Ooh.
All right. Sorry, I just drew. Oh no, I do have a few of those. Okay. Yeah, can't keep this one. The old one-lander, so close with birth. All you need is that second. So I'm mulligan this one.
I will keep my hand.
You'll keep. Okay. All right.
What I would say is a gasser.
Dang it! I was hoping you would have the opposite.
Well, while you're shuffling, chat wants to know if you've heard about Vanishing Verse yet.
I haven't.
I haven't either.
What do we got?
It is a white-black instant, exile target monocolored permanent.
That is not the white-black instant. I had seen the white-black instant that is one that's quite good, but exile target monocolored permanent. That seems
Wait,
good.
can it hit lands? Like no.
Lands are colorless.
Oh, lands are colorless. Okay.
0 is not 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's got to be pretty good, right? 2 mana kill Lovestruck Beast.
Yeah, it hits Lovestruck Beast or the Great Henge.
Yeah.
It seems very good against Gruul. The only thing it doesn't hit is Brushfire Elemental.
Yeah. Oh, that could be really interesting.
And obviously very, very good against the monocolored aggro decks.
Yep.
So yeah, this card seems very, very strong for standard right now.
Yeah.
And again, like all the other removal spells, I'll say for any other metagame, it's in the mix. If it happens to.
If it's going to be good or not.
Yeah, this seems very strong to me though.
Yeah, that does seem good to me. That's one I want to keep an eye on. So I'm going to keep this. We'll hope for the best. I got a Fabled Passage, and I'll pass to you.
I have a Swarm Shambler.
Swarm it. All right, I got to get the kind of awkward island.
My favorite kind.
The awkward islands. I do love these islands, though. They are gorgeous. Okay.
This may surprise you, but I'm not a huge fan.
You don't like them?
My apologies. Did I mention it exiles target monocolored permanent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exiling
okay.
is a big part of it.
Yeah, that's huge. That seems awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big part.
Okay, I'm going to play Pillar Verge Pathway into a Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
And now a bit of an interesting decision as to whether or not I want to put the counter on the Aspirant. So if Corey has a spell, what's the red-white spell?
Rip apart.
Yeah, if he has Rip Apart, I'll get a 1/1.
Yep.
If Corey has Glass Casket, though, I get punished because that's targeted off the trigger,
Yep.
not the spell. I still think I'm going to go with the counter on the Aspirant. I think it's worth it.
'Kay.
An attack for just 1.
I'm at 19.
We'll see if I get punished or not.
Done?
So far this week, I'm done. So far this week, I've been getting punished for everything.
Yep, that makes sense. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's pretty cute. Let's go with pass to you.
Okay. I'm going to play a Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay, I'm going to let that resolve, but then before combat,
Yep.
I got the Prismari command. I'm going to deal 2 to this one, and then I get to either draw 2, discard 2. The other modes are not great, but I think I kind of just want a treasure here. My hand is like decent. I don't really need anything from it, or my hand's not really bad. So yeah, I'm just going to kill it and get a treasure.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
My plan was to put counters on these again and actually leave the Aspirant as a 1/1 because of the potential of Omen.
Yeah.
But here, now I'll just go to combat, trigger
Yep.
the 1 Aspirant I have. Let's stack on Swarm Shambler because it's
Okay.
the worst body. And attack for 4.
All right, I'm down to 15.
Brings you to 15. And then I will play a Fable Passage and pass the turn.
All right. It's an interesting draw. I got a Fabled Passage.
Yours is better than mine, though.
It truly is. I'm at 15, yep, and 20 for Mr. Merriam.
You got 3 in hand?
I got 4.
4. Wow. Rolling in it.
All the goods. Yeah, it's a toughie. All right. I have a glass casket targeting this,
Yeah, Aspirant down.
and a pass to you.
Now, potentially 3 mana up.
Mm-hmm.
I will attack for 2. Actually, I could. So the issue here is potentially Omen,
Yep.
and I have a turn where I'm going to have a spare mana this turn, so maybe I just want to level the Swarm Shambler so it doesn't trade with Omen.
Okay.
I kind of like that. Yeah, I am going to play a Clarion Spirit.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Crag Crown Pathway,
Okay.
or Timber Crown, I mean.
Sure, sure.
I'm going to play a Swarm Shambler, get a Spirit Token.
Okay.
We do not have Spirit Tokens. We'll get that fixed. But for now, a
Yeah, I
Bird
need
Token
some
will work.
1/1 spirits from you if you got it there, Josh. That'd be helpful.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right. End step, I'll sack this. Let me get a mountain. And I'm going to sack this to just make a 1/1 shark.
Okay.
Nothing too exciting.
Kind of happy to see the
Yeah.
treasure go away. But this could, I guess this could very easily be Luca.
All right. I have a tap land.
Okay. Awkward tap land is awkward.
Yeah, slightly awkward. And then I will pass to you.
Okay. I will level this Swarm Shambler.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Yep. Yeah, 1/1
1/1
spirits. That's
spirits.
perfect.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. I will play a Luminarch Aspirant.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Tough choice on my part. You got 2 cards?
Yep.
Yeah, I think before combat, I'm going to rip that apart.
That's a sorcery.
Oh. Yep, never mind. New cards. Yeah, all right, that's resolves that.
Okay. I'm going to put the counter on Clarion Spirit.
Okay.
And now do I want to trade Clarion Spirit with a potential Omen? You have 3 cards in hand. I unfortunately can't cast another spell this turn because my mana has been a little awkward.
Yep,
Drawing Timber Crown Pathway instead of another white source.
that's fair.
And then the other question is, do I want to level this Shambler? I'm certainly going to level this one.
Okay.
1/1. But I have an extra mana to use there as well. The Jadine is definitely coming in. I'm happy to make that trade.
Okay.
I think I just want to put you under pressure, so I'm going to attack with both 3/3s and the Spirit Token.
Under pressure.
Pretty happy to make trades that, leave you with no creatures.
I will block the Jadine.
Take 6.
Yep.
Brings you to 9.
Yep.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, I got an Omen.
Brings you to 11.
Yep. Got a couple of Shaheens. And then I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. I got a Luca. And let's do it. All right, let's get rid of one of these.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I will be hitting our beautiful dragon. I haven't done this in a while. The old suspense where it's not suspenseful at all because it hits the same thing.
It's different every time.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
So now we're going to attack for 5 and look at the top 7.
Yep. And then cast a spell.
I'm certainly going to be going to 15.
Okay. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. All right. Well, not great options. We will be taking a rip apart. And now this gives you 2/1/1, so that's not great. So we're just going to rip apart the Luminar Gasprint.
Yep.
And then I got a land, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I'll level up the 1/1 Shambler to a 2/2.
Okay.
This has Vigilance, by the way.
What? Oh, all right. That card's insane. Or at least slightly sweeter than I thought.
Well,
Vigilance.
that is not great.
Okay, I just wanted to do this. Chop Down the Castle was a huge tilt for me.
Yep.
Tried to keep my composure though.
Oh, I have a showdown.
Okay.
Chapter 1.
Okay. How many lands you get?
3 of them.
Of course, of course.
I will then play a Timber Crown Pathway, play a Swarm Shambler, get a Spirit Token,
Okay.
and then I will pass the turn.
Pretty sweet that Rip Apart does deal with Showdown. It's pretty cute. Well, I'm going to start by attacking.
Yep.
Collect a company for spells. Okay, I have a Rip Apart again. Hopefully just ripping you apart. Yeah, I'm going to hit Showdown.
Okay. I could chump block with the Spirit Token. That
Yep.
does not trample, but I'm just going to take it. I'll go to 10.
Okay. Then I'm going to Behold the Multiverse.
Yep.
I guess I probably should have did that for. No, I guess it doesn't matter. It's a decent spell. For next turn, yeah, I think I'll keep that one. Draw 2. Now I'll tick up, exile the top 3. Essentially does nothing. Temple to scry. Is that something I'm willing to draw? It's not awful. It's not insane. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. And then an 11, huh? Yeah, then I think I will rip apart this.
The Clarion Spirit.
Yeah.
I will get 3 insect tokens.
Oh, yeah, you do have 3 of them now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't reduce any power.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, you don't have many spells left. Maybe this is just something I shouldn't cast yet. I can cast it as an instant. That's pretty cool. I mean, I could kill a JD in here. Not great. I will kill JD.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pass to you.
Sorry, Jadine. Does that kill you?
Uh-oh.
3, you're at 11? Yeah, it does exactly.
Really?
Yeah. So I will play Boulder Loft Pathway.
Okay.
I will play a Bassary's Solidarity. Get a counter on all of my creatures.
Okay.
Then I will play
Takedown.
Kabira Takedown, target the dragon, get a spirit token.
See, I did that because I thought I could stop takedown, but yeah, that's pretty insane.
I mean, it's lethal even if I just kill this, right?
Yeah.
I just jump attack,
Oh.
but I can kill. Yeah, I have
Oh,
the
not cool.
star people too, but
What did you top deck the pump spell?
I top deck the Solidarity.
Honestly, though, the takedown was going to just be so brutal anyways.
Yeah, I could have actually. The turn I played Luminarch Aspirant, I had takedown. I had takedown the entire time. I could have just left it up, and maybe that was right because I think it was pretty clear that like you were setting up a Luca.
Yeah.
But my hand was just all white spells, and I only had the 1 white land.
Yeah.
And it was a little awkward here with 3 colors, but
Okay, well,
it was,
GG.
still good enough. A couple turns later.
Yeah, that was pretty spicy here. So, all right, well, we're gonna head to sideboard. We got one more game here, a nice pity game, but we're gonna be playing our 3rd round for the marbles. Luca hasn't come together quite yet. I did the thing, so I was supposed to win. I think you should agree, but
It wasn't good enough though.
it wasn't good enough, unfortunately. So that scares me a little bit with this deck, but we're going to head to the sideboard and bring in some creature removal, and we'll see how that helps. So see you soon. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live between Jeskai, Luca, and Naya Tokens. From my end, we're just bringing in our 3 Doom Scars, 1 more Glass Casket, all our anti-creature stuff, taking out Behold and ECD. More than likely, in these style of matchups, I would be bringing in Dream Trawler as just a card that seems very tough for you to deal with, but I want to try out the new cards. I put this in as just a starting spot for if the dragon's bad, or if you're up against a hyper-aggressive deck, you're going to want Dream Trawler instead, more than likely, but who knows. So I'm going to leave it in just to test out the dragon.
Yeah, and on my side, bringing in a lot of anti-control cards, Raydan is the obvious one, just stopping those sweepers. 1 copy of the Ozolith. This is a card with really high diminishing returns because it's legendary.
Yeah.
But really, nice to draw 1 of and stack a bunch of counters on it when they, sweep you, and then you just play 1 creature, put all the counters back onto it.
Yep.
You've got a really strong threat. Bringing in a couple of my Gem Razors. I think this is the best disenchant for the deck. You've got all these creatures with +1/+1 counters, which have the obvious synergy with Mutate. You have, Glass Caskets and a couple other targets, but not a ton.
Yep.
So I don't want to draw too many of them, only bringing in 2. Cutting, along the edges, I think Swarm Shambler is actually my worst 1-drop in the matchup. You don't have a ton of spot removal that actually triggers this. It's really just
Rip apart. And the Izzet command.
yeah,
Prismari command,
Just
yeah.
not a ton. I think, the student being able to die and then still, put counters on something, is better. Solidarity gets worse, in any matchup where your opponent has a ton of removal. And then Aspirant, I think, is the worst 2-drop, so we're trimming on a couple of those. So just trimming around the edges of the engine. Don't want to trim too much of it because you still want to develop those synergies to bring in the cards that we need.
I like it. All right, we're going to shuffle up for our pity game. You already took me down here in 2 pretty quick matches, but you got a question for us at all, Josh, before we get going?
Yeah. Did you play Yorion just so you could fit more new cards into your deck?
I really did. I really went. I think I'm at least winning the show in the amount of new cards I've had so far, and that's really all I'm going for. Are my decks
That's
better?
smart,
That's
is
not
to
true.
aim for what you can achieve.
Yes.
Set realistic goals.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. No, I thought it would be really good. But yeah, that is a good point. You really don't have to be a Yorion deck with this. You have a lot of omens, so the synergies are there, but we're not blinking like Agent of Treachery like we would before. The dragon just kind of can work on its own, so this could be a 60-card deck. It really could, and would trim the fat a little bit of spells you don't like. But you do want to run a lot of spells and a lot of ways to make tokens as well, so it's a fine line for sure. Alrighty, so I will be going first here.
In our pity game.
Let's hope for a good draw. Ooh, well, I'm gonna keep, but it is slightly awkward. Okay, really awkward, but
I think mine is very awkward.
okay.
It's a little land heavy, but I still can't mutate Gem Razor because I only have one green source.
Okay.
I keep drawing my basics, which is awkward. I only
Yeah.
have 4. And then I have this Kabir takedown that just doesn't do a whole lot because I don't have a lot of threats. So,
Okay.
Yeah, just not a good hand.
Like it. I mean, neither is mine, but we're still keeping it. You know?
Yeah, well, we have different styles, Corey.
There we go. There
You
we
keep
go.
every hand, and I make correct decisions.
Hey, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I've seen you play SCG Opens.
Not for very long.
I know, because you're only there for one day, each of the events. So
That's how long the events last, right?
yeah, they're just one day events.
There's a one-day event each day. That's how they've always been.
It's the Open the first day, and then there's always a challenge you play in, right? Like- all right.
They used to have 2 opens. I don't know why they only went back to 1.
Yeah. So
You would
silly.
think if they would go to 1 open, then you just make it go 2 days. But they don't do that.
There couldn't be any other factor that's
There's
going
also no
to
prizes,
Pearson,
like,
so yeah,
you know.
yeah, just no prize. I've never gotten a single day 1 prize.
Okay, so what is this hand like? This hand is solid. I think we want to get rid of the second copy of this.
All right, I got a mountain and I'll pass.
And a little awkward, to be honest. I can be a little optimistic and lead with this and potentially, draw a second spell to cast next turn. Or I can make sure I get a little bit more value out of my mana next turn. So one is, low risk, low reward. And one is high risk, high reward.
So naturally, you're going to pick the wrong one based on
Yeah.
my hand.
And usually when I'm making a decision between these 2 things, I'm looking at the quality of my hand, and the better my hand is, the less risk I want to take.
Yeah,
And the worse
yeah.
hand my hand is, and my hand is pretty good,
Okay.
to be honest. So I am going to lead on the Swarm Shambler.
Swarm Shambler.
Even though
okay.
I'm on 6, I like my hand.
All right. Oh, that was the worst possible draw. Okay, so I have this, and I'm going to foretell. Pass to you.
Okay, I got paid off. Pillar Ridge Pathway, and we'll play Jaspera Sentinel.
Okay.
Add a counter to the Shambler.
Sure.
Pass the turn. Didn't have another 2-drop to play, so I could have led on Sentinel.
All right. Well, we didn't draw our land we wanted, so I'll rip that Sentinel apart, and I'll pass to you. Tilt.
And I am going to play Needle Verge Pathway and Raidan. And
Okay.
attack for 2.
All right, 18.
Pass the turn.
Hey-ya. Nice. No land, but I got another rip apart. Pass to you.
Okay, let's crack Fabled Passage. I'm going to get a Plains here. And I have the best possible card.
A Showdown of the Skulls.
Indeedly doodly.
Okay, sure.
I'm on a Ned Flanders kick. But shortly before I left my apartment to come here for the day, my brother messaged me, and some company is making a stupid, sexy Flanders, collectible figurine, essentially.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that scene from The Simpsons, but
I have not.
they go to a ski resort.
Okay.
And Homer runs into Flanders on one of the slopes, and Flanders is decked out in this, lycra, ski suit, some
Okay.
form-fitting thing. And, it says, feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. And he's wiggling his butt. And
Okay.
then Homer gets really distracted thinking about him and goes, stupid, sexy Flanders.
That'd be a good Halloween costume. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Too good, too
Okay.
good.
Exile 4 cards. We've got,
2, 3, 4. That's a lot of cards.
and I will attack for 2.
16.
Yeah, we're not going to get all of them, but
Definitely not going to get all of them. Cool. Yeah, let's just rip that apart. Or wait, you still get to cast them. That's right.
yeah, you're just going to
that's-
stop me from getting some counters.
I guess I don't super care about that. I could just get rid of the Shambler. Believe it or not, this keep has not paid off.
Believe it or not, I believe you.
Yeah, sure. Let's hit the showdown. I pass to you.
Okay.
Guess we each have to have one dumpster game, right? Where we just get obliterated.
I'm definitely going to play Kabir Plateau. And now the question is, do I just want to showdown again, or do I want to play the 2 spells?
Yep, that's the
the 2
question.
spells aren't bad.
That is true.
The 2 spells are not bad. And you're stuck on mana, so I kind of want to just play creatures. Yeah, I'm going to play the 2 spells. So I'll play a Star People. I'll play a Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
There's a question of how I want to play this turn. I could put the counter on Aspirant. We've already played 3 Rip-Aparts. Probably don't have many other ways to trigger the Shambler.
Yeah.
So maybe I just go like counter here and just max pressure you. You're at 16. And yeah, I'm just going to max pressure. Counter on the Shambler attack.
All right, 13.
Pass the turn.
We need it. We need it. Got him. Go.
Yeah, that Castle Ardenvale is really
That
looking
castle,
great.
I think I actually have like 1, maybe 2. Yeah, so really crushing it with that
Really
one.
looking good.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
I would like to enter combat.
You sure?
I will put a counter on, let's say the Star People,
Okay.
and attack for 6.
And what does that do again?
When it dies, it modelers
Sure,
essentially.
sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Brings you to
7.
3, 4, 5. So yeah, it brings you to 7. So this is lethal next turn with the other Aspirant trigger. You're still 2 turns away from Doomscarring me though. So I'm going to crack a Fable Passage.
Okay.
Get a Forest. I am going to play a Clarion Spirit.
Sure.
And then a 4/4 Stonecoil Serpent and get a Spirit token.
Okay.
Then I will pass the turn.
You're a fool. I don't know why you think I'm far away
there's
from
a-
Doomscarring.
When did you foretell a card?
Like turn 2, right away. Get out of
Well,
here.
I just ran my everything into that.
I do have other foretell cards, so it wasn't for sure that.
I just didn't see a foretell card.
Yeah, I put
just
that
saw
down
you had
right
cast a million
away.
Rip-Aparts.
I'm just looking. I'm like, yes, please do that.
Okay, well I've thrown this game away.
Well, all right. I still need to top deck lands to even do anything next turn,
The
but
top deck spells.
yeah. Usually,
There's a 1/2.
okay.
You're up.
I like this. Oh yeah, baby, we did it. We did it.
Yeah, probably would have been better to have the 7 power that I just threw away into the battlefield
Are you
this
sure?
turn.
Are you sure? What happened? Can we rewind the tape to just a second ago where Ross says he makes the correct decisions all the time? Yes.
Given the information that I had, which was you didn't have a card foretold.
Sure, bud. Sure, bud. Okay, I'll pass to you. I'm just giving you crap. You know I love you.
Attack for 1.
Okay. Yeah, I got an omen. I'll double block.
Yeah, Kabir take down one of the tokens.
All right, so I got a 9, and I lose both tokens.
Yep. I'll play Timber Crown Pathway and pass the turn.
All right. Okay, I have a blue-white omen.
Yeah. Would have very easily won this game just not playing the 2 spells. And if you see the foretell card, obviously not going to do that.
I got this.
Fortunately, it's a pity game.
We'll get this out of here. Yeah, it's a pity that you played it so poorly.
Yeah. You have 4 in hand?
4 in hand.
Yeah, I'll play Conclave Mentor.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Land go.
I will play a Star People.
In response, Lightning Helix that and make a 3/2.
Okay.
Well, you definitely do not have anything resembling 3-2s right now, so that just don't exist yet. So we'll do Todd. That's as close as we get.
So you're going to go to 12. I'm going to gain 2 from the mentor dying, and also and go to 22.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
All right. Command is pretty sweet in the regard that it sets up Luca. All right, so I'll get rid of this. Wasn't around for long. We got a dragon.
Yeah, probably need to draw exactly Showdown of the Scalds on my next turn. To have a chance at stealing this game back.
Yep. Come on. Come on. Online, it's just so much easier. It just pops right into play. That's the one thing we haven't had to deal with is like the Luca stuff in real life. Or even, I haven't been able to play Yorion in a sanction event.
So, honestly, if you had the... So you didn't play you played the casket 2 turns later, but if you had it the turn after...
I did.
Yeah, I might have lost this game anyway.
Yeah, no, I still had 2 removal spells for it, so...
Yeah, if you went Doomscar, I reload with Clarion Spirit 4/4, you untap and go Omen of the Sea, Glass Casket, your 4/4, and I just attack you for 3 and play Jaspera Sentinel.
So I can play Doomscar, but that's my only spell, so I guess I'll put him in the bottom.
Fine. I'll go to 17.
Here you go. Doomscar probably not the number 1 play you want to be making there.
Yeah, the number 1 play obviously is Jaspera Sentinel.
Of course.
Pass the turn. Yeah, I think I was losing this game regardless, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. I do still have a decent hand, but I'll play this attack.
Yeah, got to the Doomscar just in time.
7. Okay, yeah, let's Lightning Helix and make a 3/2.
I will move the counter over to the Sentinel.
Okay, and then
Go to 15.
Yep, and then we'll buy and play Yorion and get rid of these.
Probably want to blink the casket too and just get rid of the counter.
Yeah, sure. Lower your counter. I'll keep this top card. That one's actually decent.
You're going to go back up to 17.
2 1/1s and pass to you.
And you attacked this?
Yep. So you're at 12.
Yeah.
And I'm at 14. 14, 12, pass to you.
Yeah, oh, perfect.
Yeah, I have it. I have it. The only way you can really get to, if this card's going to be busted in Standard, if there's ever a good artifact that people consistently play. Because if you can just kill something, do this, kind of like a Kolaghan's Command, like it'd give me Kolaghan's Command vibes because, well, that is 2 modes.
Yeah.
So
nobody plays good artifacts in Standard. That definitely doesn't happen.
I mean, Great Henge is the only one, but...
And Embercleave doesn't see as much play now.
True,
right?
but
really
yeah, against Adventure decks and Embercleave decks, I think that command could be actually quite good.
Being a little facetious.
Yeah. I don't.
Henge and Embercleave.
Yeah, pretty decent. All right, we're a little bit behind schedule, and we still got the best for last. I have a nice deck. I have a Winota shell with a ton of new cards. Even our first look at Learning. I gotta shake off this Learning, but I got some lessons in the sideboard, and we'll see what's up.
And I'm going to be playing a teamer deck that is a little bit like your Izzet deck that you started with. I've got Goldspan Dragon. I'm a little less interactive and more taking advantage of Magecraft though.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna take that short 7-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our final round for Zai Marbles. See you soon.
Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Mary.
And I'm Corey Ballmeister.
And we've got Josh in booth. Say Versus Live rules, Commander versus Drools, Josh.
Oh.
Versus Live rules, Commander versus Drools, Josh.
That
Really
guy's
on
good.
point, yeah.
We need to get that gentleman over there a raise.
It took Rob like 6 months to get to that.
Yeah. He's still mastering it.
Really good work, Josh. Josh will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are wrapping up our first day exploring Strixhaven Standard.
Oh, yeah.
Having a great time with it.
Yep.
And once again, Corey's deck is flush with new cards. So what do you got going over there?
Yeah, okay, so from my end, I'm going to be playing a Boros Winota deck, so kind of the same, everything that's not here is the same Winota stuff that you would see before, but the new additions we get are pretty awesome here. So, we already saw you play Shaylee. Works pretty well with our creatures, nothing insane or anything, but it is a non-human to be able to trigger Winota. We have Professor of Symbology, which admittedly I built my deck a little bit wrong. I just realized that this card is not a lesson, and rightfully so, but I thought I had access to 2 of these where I would have a removal spell or a creature. That was my bad. That was my bad. So now we just have Spirit Summoning, still really good. You play this, you get another non-human, so that if you can curve this into Spirit Summoning, into Winota, get 2 triggers. That's still pretty strong.
And do
So
that on a very low base of resources. You only get
Yeah.
1 card. Like, one of the strengths of Bone Crusher Giant is that it's 1 card that fills both slots in your curve. Symbology lets you do that. Less powerful effects, but
agreed. And we played this in our last deck, but Lorehold Command, it kind of unlocks this second mode. This second mode is not going to be good in that last Winota deck, or in the Jeskai Luka deck, but it can really be strong here. If I'm attacking with everything, trigger some stuff, and pump the team, pump the power, and give it indestructible, it could really be viable.
yeah, it seems like a great follow-up to that Winota turn. You land the Winota, maybe you protect it with a Selfless Savior or something. You get in, you get some triggers, your opponent taps out to kill it, and maybe they have got some blockers. They're like, okay, now I'm going to turn it around, and you're like, okay, Lightning Helix, like your face or one of your blockers, pump my team, attack.
Exactly. I think that could be pretty sweet. Then we got a nice one here. Venerable Warsinger is really strong at, first not being a human, but you can attack, bring back like your Selfless Saviors. So I can indestructible attack through, bring it back afterwards, even if you have a 3/3 blocker. If you have a bigger creature, that's not going to work as well. And then we have Paulo's new card, Elite Spellbinder, which is a human, so this is not going to trigger Winota, but it's just a good card on 3. And if you attack into it,
Yeah, you can take their Sweeper. That's a great card to hit
That
against
could be
control
huge.
decks. And just a good card. We saw it play really well in Historic on Tuesday.
Agreed. I have high hopes for that. And then a card that we are trying to hit off Winota here is Blade Historian. This is a 2/3. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. So let's say we get these 2 in there off Winota, like, you're taking a good chunk of damage, and this is our new hit. Hoping this card is good enough. If not, our deck may not be as good as I think it is. And then we're playing these crappy lands that, I guess I'll play it, but,
So what you're saying is, while I was watching Jazz basketball, Blade Historian was studying the blade.
Exactly, yes. Touche.
On my side, it got a nice little teamer brew here. Biggest addition is Dragon's Guard Elite, a card we've talked about a little bit as being good in that kind of flash archetype where, you're playing some cheap spells, you're interacting with your opponent, and you get this down on turn 2, and while you're interacting, it gets really big, and then as the game goes along, you can start activating it, and it gets really, really big.
Really large, yeah.
So to enable Magecraft, we're playing our Ops, also playing Curate, just 2 mana, preordained instant speed, so like an Only to See.
Sure.
But because it's an instant, it'll trigger Magecraft, so a full 8 cantrips there. I'm also playing 1 Quandrix command. We're going to see how this works out. I like the idea of targeting my own Goldspan Dragon with it, so I get a treasure, so it effectively only costs 1 mana.
Ooh.
So that's a nice little tempo play. You pump the dragon. So this is a very aggressively minded deck.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And then one of the other keys to playing green as opposed to just being an Izzet deck is Snakeskin Veil. Works really, really well.
This command is good.
Yeah, really well with Goldspan Dragon, where if your opponent targets it with a removal spell, you'll get the treasure, you sack it, you Snakeskin Veil your dragon, counter the removal spell, and then get the treasure back again.
Yeah.
Works nicely with Dragon's Guard Elite. Lets you put 2 counters on it, it's set up to double really well and protect it. So
You got 4 of those bad boys?
I got 3 of them.
Okay, that's pretty nice. That is a good Veil deck. And I think that card is so close to being busted. And with all these counter synergies coming up, I do think that has a possibility of having a nice home. We also saw the green, blue card where you just get a over 20/20 most of the time. Like, that card seems insane, and that was spoiled after we made the show, so I got to try something with that on Tuesday, because that is insane.
That's the test of just like, how big of a random idiot can you make before the card is too powerful?
Yeah.
Like,
we'll see. As big as your life total starts? All right, let's try it. Okay, so I get to be going first here with this aggro deck, which is nice. Let's check it out.
And yeah, my One of Negate, which is probably the worst card in my deck, and no threats in my hand, means this is a mulligan.
Well, this is incredibly awkward because what do you know? These new lands are heinous already in my hand.
Yeah, it's really frustrating to me that
I got a mulligan too. I just have 2 of those as my only 2 lands. Oh my god!
It's frustrating to me that the Snarls don't really like to fit into the decks with triomes. They're more made for the aggro decks,
Yeah.
but they don't fit with the other lands that you want to be playing in aggro decks.
I know.
Aggro decks want to be playing these modal double face cards to have some versatility in their curve.
Yeah.
They obviously want to be playing pathways because they're the best lands. Maybe the triomes are better, but among the best lands in standard.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want to be playing Fable Passage as the additional one because it can enter
Yeah.
untapped. And
Yeah.
none of those things help you with snarls.
I know. I absolutely hate them, and I'm honestly playing them just to be tilted off at them and then never put them in one of my decks ever again because they just do not fit. Like they're not good, and it's a little unfortunate. But
One of the decks that's in my article from this week about Shiley is obviously an Orzhov deck trying to take advantage of both sides.
Okay.
And so I was like, do I want to put the Snarl in this deck? And I thought about it for a little bit, and I just decided no.
no,
I literally
do
played
not.
Fable Passage instead.
Okay, well, here the Snarl is actually decent. So I am going to keep this hand and put this Blade Runner at the bottom.
I will also be keeping, and I
Okay.
think we've got to put back, unfortunately, this Curate. Just don't have enough time for it.
I will play this, reveal a mountain, and play a good dog.
Okay, I have a Ketria Triome and a pass of the turn.
Okay. All right, I have said mountain and an attack for 1,
I'm at 19.
and then pass to you.
That's really how this game is going to go.
You miss your land drop, or?
No, but I've got to play my dragons. I think I just have to play Dragon's Guard to lead into your stomp.
Oh, okay,
I have no
okay.
other option.
No.
Okay. Whew. I feel
Didn't happen.
much better.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, I got Venerable War Singer, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I will. Play a Fabled Passage and pass to you.
Okay. All right, I'm going for Winota.
That's pretty good.
May I attack?
No, you may not. I will
Okay.
petty theft your Winota before you attack and get a
Oh.
counter on the Dragon's Guard Elite.
That's pretty mean. Okay, I will still attack for 3 though.
And I will take that 3, go to 16.
Okay, and then I'll pass to you.
Fish. When I said no blocks, you should have sacked your saver before.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not even using the abilities of my new card. What is wrong with me?
What a fish.
No, I'm a dog. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm at 16.
Okay. You got a 3/3.
And I will play a Timber Crown Pathway
Okay.
and pass the turn again.
I have a feeling you know about my Winota, so you probably have something against it, but I'm going to go for
I
it.
indeed do. I have a saw it coming
Okay.
because I saw it coming,
You really did see that
quite
coming.
literally. Now I get the 4th counter on the Elite.
And I'll
which is
pass to
great.
you. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have attacked first, but that's a little awkward.
Okay, definitely want a River Glide Pathway here.
Okay.
And then I will play another Dragon's Guard Elite,
Okay.
and I will attack for 4.
We'll go to 16.
16 all, and I'll pass the turn.
I'm going to go with a Winota.
That's a tilt. I guess I will respond with an opt, get counters on my creatures.
Okay. It's pretty annoying.
I will bottom that card. It is a useless land.
Okay.
And that is also kind of a tilt.
May I attack?
Yes, you may.
Hooray! Here they come. 2 triggers, top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Only 1 target. Paulo. All right, let's try again.
Hold on, but that's gonna enter the battle.
The trigger goes on the stack. I suppose the trigger does go
Winotas are
first,
separate
right?
triggers, right?
Okay, yep.
So with the Spellbinder trigger on the stack, I'm going to cast a Curate.
Okay. That's just the anticipate, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's scry to, or look at the top 2. You can put any in your graveyard. I'll
Okay.
put these lands there.
Okay.
And yeah, I opted into saw it coming, and maybe I should have opted on my turn before playing this in case I hit a saw it coming and you had second Winota.
Yeah.
My hand was literally, it was the 2 cantrips and the elite, so I just get to pass with both of them up.
Sure. Here you can't really all runs me next turn, so I think I'm okay with that. Let's just, delay that. And then second trigger.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we got there! Blade Historian, let's go! All right. That adds to some challenging blocks for you.
Yeah, Corey's draw was close to perfect. Didn't have a 2-drop, but...
Yeah.
That's
true.
So yeah, I actually cannot block the Selfless Savior, otherwise I die.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
That's
14.
16.
I think you got 14, right? 4.
This says attacking creatures you control have double strike.
Yeah.
So all your creatures attacking have double strike. This is 8 damage, double it to 16.
Yep. All right, cool.
Yeah, so that's
I like that.
Yeah, having the second Winota is very good. So I could block the War Singer. This is going to have me take 2. This is 6, is 12, so that puts me to 2.
How sick is this? Double strike, I can return 2 things if I were to have them,
Yeah.
So here, if you do the block like that, I'll end like this.
And yeah, so I won't actually kill. So I basically can't kill anything.
Yeah. You can't kill anything because the dog will just be coming back.
But I prevent the most damage by blocking the War Singer, because then if you sack Savior, I prevent 4 from the War Singer and 2 from the Selfless Savior. So I effectively prevent 6 damage.
It's the same with Blade Historian as well, right?
No,
You can only prevent 4.
No, because if you sack the Savior, it's more.
Oh, yeah, because this has trample. Never mind.
Yeah,
that's
so I will block the War Singer.
Okay, I will go
Protect
like
it.
this.
So this is going to have me take 12.
Take 12, and then I get the
puts
good
me to
dog
4.
back on the second swing. Okay, then pass to you.
Yeah, maybe shouldn't have attacked with this. Though, like, I wouldn't have, I guess I get to block the Blade Historian and soak up 4.
And yeah, that doesn't even die because it's Winota.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a gasser so far.
Yeah, just, had the second Winota and hit 2
I had the third Winota.
2 really good ones.
I was Winota flooded.
That is among the best cards I can draw, but it is not good enough.
Yeah.
It really only kills 1 creature still. It's still not even that good.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and I had another Elite Spellbinder and stuff, so I had some cool stuff going on. That was sweet.
Yeah, just a very good aggressive draw out of that
Yep.
deck. I needed, if you didn't have the second Winota, I think I'm in really good shape there.
Yeah.
Because your other
Yeah.
creatures aren't going to do a whole lot.
And if you make that other play, you saw it coming my second Winota, and then I'm like, okay, I got a third one, and then I do that, and then you weren't able to attack and put up a bunch of pressure. So I think I was just pretty favored to win that game regardless of your sequencing there at the end.
Yeah. Once you have the second Winota is just very good.
Yep, agreed. Okay, well, let's get ready for our second game. We got another pre-board coming. Hopefully we got time for that third one. We should be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
All right, Josh, you got a question for us at all? How are people liking these new cards?
Oh, they're loving them. They want to know, do you think Dragon's Guard Elite would be good in adventure decks, Teamer, etc.?
Dragon Guard's Elite, is that the 2-mana 2/2 first striker?
No, it's the card, the green creature I just played.
Oh, yeah. Okay. In what kind of deck? Gruul
In
Adventures?
some adventure shells, yeah.
Yeah. I think you really got to dedicate to a lot of spells. I like the direction you went with it, but, it's definitely reasonable.
Yeah,
Definitely
you've
reasonable.
got like Heart's Desires and Stomps and stuff, so you
Yeah.
have more spells than you might otherwise think. I still don't think it's enough. I don't think that
Yeah.
card would be better than Brushfire Elemental, which is really the card it's fighting for space with.
Yep.
Because that's where it's spot on the curve. Elemental, just being that hasty damage, the extra damage with Fable Passage, sometimes being a 1/1 for Lovestruck Beast, all things that are very relevant, and the evasion.
Yeah.
So I just don't think it's better than Brushfire Elemental in the Gruul deck, and then in the Teamer deck.
Could be a Simic beatdown deck, maybe.
Yeah, but it seems a little bit better in Teamer, right?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting one we want to play with a little bit. Kind of the sky's the limit on that card. We got a lot of exploring to do.
Actually, it doesn't fly, so I don't think the sky is Yeah, so the sky is the limit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You were right. Yeah,
How's your hand?
don't think I can keep a one-lander here, even though I have some cantrips,
Okay.
because the major problem is the land enters tapped.
Yeah, I have a bit of an awkward hand with my lands as well, but if we can get a land or two, this hand is actively pretty good, so I'm going to keep.
Well, we're going to probably have to hope Corey stumbles a little bit, though. Are on the play.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No stumbling over here.
No stumbling at all. How lucky.
All right, okay, my hand stumbles quite a bit, but I'm not
Stumbles
afraid.
the entire game.
Yeah. I will be doing nothing but stumbling, actually. All right, couple cards I'm excited to try out in this hand, though.
Okay, this hand. Ooh. Okay, then. I will lead on a Ketria Triumph.
Okay, all right, I got to try them as well. Awful draw, probably the worst in my deck.
I will play an island and pass.
Okay. That's a tilter. All right, I have a Shaylee, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, I will stomp that on your end step.
Lame.
And then I will play a Fable Passage and pass the turn.
All right. Remember that no stumbling I was going to do, Claus? I lied. I did not hit a land. I'll play a dog. Pass to you.
Didn't hit a land.
Drew, probably the worst possible top decks for turn after turn. Loved it. Loved every second of it.
Okay, I'll play a Triome, sack Fable Passage, get a Mountain,
Okay.
and play Bone Crusher.
If I draw that reveal land, I swear to God. Okay, well, it's just as bad, if not way worse. Go. Lame. Lame. Well, my hand was very good, but we just needed one land.
Didn't get it, though.
Did not get it. No, we're dead.
Play Fable Passage, attack you for 4.
Okay, I'll take it. 16.
16. I'm going to stomp you and play Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay, I'm at 14.
Yes, this can get a forest.
Done.
Pay up, pass the turn.
And I'm done. Oh, my hand was incredibly good with a land, and then I just kept drawing on lands.
My 6-card hand was 3 lands, 3 Bone Crusher Giants.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah. Put the Allred's Epiphany on the bottom. And,
Yeah. How's your sideboard with this one? Do we want to bother, or?
yeah, let's do some sideboarding.
Okay.
I got some interaction.
You got some stuff. All right, everyone, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with sideboarding for our last game for the marbles, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Versus Live, where one of us is sideboarding at least. I'm only bringing in a couple Scorching Dragonfires for your adventure creatures, your early 2/2, and then we're just taking out the commands. I think they're a little clunky. I think it was a reach to play this anyways. So yeah, that's my only change.
And on my side, cutting some of our weaker cards to get a lot more interaction into our deck. Scorching Dragonfire is more early removal. Our one Storm's Wrath as sort of a bomb in the matchup, and then Elder Gargaroth as just a great card in
Just
any
a card I
matchup.
can never beat ever.
Yeah. So Gargaroth is sort of replacing Allred's Epiphany as our top end threat. The one negate is very weak. We get a bomb instead of a blank. And then normally Snakeskin Veil is our interaction because we want to interact with our opponent's removal and stay on the front foot. But this is a matchup where we have to play a more controlling role, so we instead swap it for some cheap removal.
Cool. All right, we'll play this last game for the marbles here. I'm definitely going to have to get under those Gargaroths, because if you resolve that, I am very scared.
Giving your team double strike with Winota can help you attack into a Gargaroth.
That's definitely true. And the good dogs that trying to push through, I think that's reasonable as well. We have Alceids, a couple of those to push through. I'd say some flyers, but that card has reach, of course, as well, so that's not great. But yeah, I can spellbind
when you're old,
it.
you learn to fly.
Yeah, I can spellbind it to delay it until your turn 7. I think that would be awesome. But can't Skyclave it, which is a bit of a T, but we'll see. All right, so I'll be going first here for this final game. All right, what do we got? Give me a good hand. Of course, incredibly awkward. It's so close, and it still might be good, because if we can get some lands off the top, it's quite good. Oof. Yeah, I think when we're on the play, we're gonna mulligan this one. It's just so awkward with these. I can play this untapped, but you know we have the good 1, 2,
A lot
3.
of fours in that hand.
Of course, this time we have 3 lands on top.
I'm going to be keeping my 7. It's a nice solid one.
Okay.
To figure out exactly how to sequence my lands, but I've got it down.
Okay. All right.
It can be a little confusing looking at the lands that you draw because you're seeing pathways and you're like, oh, I have too much of this color, but you actually don't.
Yep.
I like how on Arena
right.
they do like
This hand is pretty
every
good.
double face card they show you the other side when you draw it.
Yeah, I do like that too. Okay, I'll keep, and you're good?
Yep.
All right, so I do have this, revealing this, and I got a Selfless Savior, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I have a Fable Passage and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I have that said Plains, and I'll attack for 1.
19.
Pass to you.
I'm getting a mountain with the passage.
Okay.
And no 2-drop for Corey. It's
No
nice to me.
2-drop. Yeah, Bone Crusher is a card I probably should have in the deck, but I wanted to try so many new cards that, you know, it's just, it wasn't worth it yet. But that is one that I think I would probably take out those professors, just because learning, we only have like the 3-2, if we can get another good lesson, then I think it's reasonable, but
I'm going to foretell a card and
Okay.
pass.
foretold. I'll attack for 1.
I'm at 18.
And I have an Alseid, and I'll pass to you.
I will play another Tide Channel Pathway
Okay.
and pass to you.
Untap, a draw. All right, I'll attack for 2.
I go to 16, you go to 21.
Yep, and a little unfortunate that you don't have anything, but no real other options. I'll play a blank Skyclave.
That is fine by me.
Pass to you.
And you have 2 cards in hand.
2 cards. Both busted.
Okay. I will play a Forest and a Dragon's Guard Elite.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay, well, this probably isn't going to work out great. So I'm going to start by attacking for 2.
I'll take it, go to 14.
And then second main, play a Skyclave.
That is fine.
Target this. Okay, and then I will pass to you.
On your end step, I'll opt.
Okay.
Bottom that.
Okay.
Yeah. Wanted to leave up both opts here, got pretty punished for it.
Okay.
I guess not a ton. Interesting draw there. You have me at 14.
14. I'm afraid of a lot of
Move that on
things.
top.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Yep. I'm afraid of a lot of stuff.
I will play a Crag Crown Pathway,
Okay.
play a Goldspan Dragon,
Yep.
attack for 4, get a treasure.
Okay.
Brings you to 17. You gained 1 attack from this.
Oh, okay. Yep. You're right.
So 17 to 14.
right.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I'll play a land and yeah, we'll go for Winota.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Yeah,
think Corey saw it coming too.
I sure did. I'll attack for
6.
Yep.
I go to 8 and you go to 18.
Yep, and pass to you. Bit of a tilt, but I really had no window to get that in, even though I've had it the whole game.
And you have one card in hand.
One guard.
Play a Lava Glide Pathway.
Okay.
Play a Goldspan Dragon.
Okay.
Attack you for 8, get 2 treasures.
Down to 10.
Then I will sack one of these for green and play a Dragon's Guard, or 2 green, play
Okay.
a Dragon's Guard Elite,
Sure.
and pass the turn.
All right. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Let's go with attack with these two.
I will block the apparition that has a illusion waiting for me.
Okay. I'll attempt to make it indestructible.
That is fine.
Okay.
I will make 2 red and Scorching Dragonfire the unblocked apparition, trigger Dragon's Guard Elite.
Okay, I'll give it pro red.
That is fine, so I'm going to take 2, go to 6.
Yep. And second main, I'll play these two and pass to you.
I've got to stomp to go upstairs.
Yeah, I figured I was
and
dead
another
there.
Goldspan Dragon.
That'll do. Yeah, the whole, I was a one-trick pony there, where if you had one counter spell, you know, I was dead.
Yeah,
but
I
if that
foretold
was
that turn 2, so
Yeah.
you knew it was there.
And then, yeah, I mean, I could have played it from the very beginning, but I didn't have enough pressure outside of it to force you into other things, and then, yeah, just got slapped around.
Yeah, for me, it was just about sequencing my spells, making sure I always had the sock coming up for the Winota.
Yep.
And then doing the math, like the second opt saw a second Goldspan Dragon. And so now I'm thinking, like, does that win the race here?
Yeah.
Set me up, because I had the stomp for a while, but your protection spells obviously make it really awkward. And, you know, I did something a little awkward myself. On the turn where I cast the Dragon's Guard Elite, I left up Island to double opt.
Yeah.
And I had the stomp. I could have just left up stomp plus 1 opt plus saw it coming. I decided to leave up double opt, and the Skyclave apparition is a pretty big punish. I could then just stomp it. I get one of the 1/1s out of the way a little earlier.
Yeah, I think that's actually just still worse. You know,
I had land Goldspan Dragon set up for the following turn
Yeah.
regardless, so I would have been able to double opt off of that or saw it coming the next turn,
yeah.
which I think would have been better.
Yeah, maybe because you already have a very good turn 5. Like, no matter what, your Goldspan Dragoning plus holding up saw coming no matter what. So I think that does lead me to believe that you should leave open stomp, just because the turn after that, you can opt and then go, and then the game's going to change for 2 turns. So I agree. I think that's a minor misstep, but it's whatever.
The card deck
so.
you actually really needed that game was Warsinger. It would have matched up a lot better against my removal. It goes so well with the protection creatures. It puts me under a little bit more pressure.
Yeah.
I think that would have really helped you if that, if that naked Skyclave apparition was a Warsinger. I think you would have been in much better shape.
Yep, agreed. And I just drew it right at the end. But if I kept that first opening hand, I had multiple Winotas, and I think I'd have a good chance to beat you. But 2 tap lands that are both
you
Boros
can't
seems
keep that in.
pretty awkward. So, any big takeaways from all the decks? What did you like? What did you dislike?
I liked the Naya deck a little bit.
Yeah.
I would think the most impressed I came away with, especially relative to my expectations, was your first deck.
Same.
For those expensive spells and the treasures. I want to see maxed out. I want to play Magda Prismari Command.
Sure.
All the good treasure cards. See, just like I want to activate the second ability of Magda, really.
Yeah.
And find a Goldspan Dragon, and
Yeah, because think about that. What if you play Magda and for some, magical fairy tale land it lives, you get to attack and then turn 3 command and, make another treasure. Turn 4 you have, 6 mana. We'll say Magda only got 1 connect because that's pretty realistic.
You can imagine now playing Magda on the play, and
Yeah.
they have a creature, and you go Prismari Command, deal 2, make another treasure, attack.
Yeah.
Now I have two treasures.
Yep.
The next turn you untap, it's your turn 4. Maybe
Yeah.
they've killed your Magda at this point. But
And then you play the dragon. You get another treasure. You have 3 mana to
yeah,
play
you
with
can
for
play
a Saw Coming or something.
And the next turn you go Goldspan Dragon, attack, make a 4th treasure. Now you can basically do whatever you want. You could even cast Alrund's Epiphany.
Or you could just, on turn 5, all runs into stuff, I agree.
If you play Goldspan and go to 4 treasures, you can cast Alrund's Epiphany after.
Oh, yeah, you just get rid of 3 of
Tap
them.
1, sack 3, yeah.
And
You
then
attack
tap
for
one,
7,
yeah.
then you attack for 9.
Yeah. No, I think there's something with that, and I really, really, really want to try more decks with the Is It Planeswalker? Sorry, I'm blanking on their name.
Rowan and something with a W.
Yeah.
Rowan
and Will. That's
Will,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I like that card. I think it's actually pretty good. The abilities on the front half are bad. There's really no way about it. Like getting up to the ultimate is good.
Though in that last game that we played in that match, it dealt me 5 damage. It ended up being relevant. It
That's
made
true.
my blocks harder, and so
That's true.
I don't know how often that's going to happen,
Yeah.
or you probably are going to win that game regardless. I think, but it could definitely be, and especially in a more aggressive
Yeah.
tap outy build, you can start doing stuff like that.
But then when I got it up to 4 and I just got to copy an Alrund's Epiphany, the door's shut. Like bang. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If I have 2 extra turns
time
here.
stretch, make 4 1/1 flyers. Like time stretch, Lingering Souls, flashback. That's 15 mana worth of cards.
Yeah.
You're getting for 8.
So that is cool to me. So a lot of fun stuff that we dealt with today. Tuesday, we don't have a for sure plan, but let's get real. We're playing some more Strixhaven
Yeah.
Standard because it's been super sweet. And we're gonna once again just be trying to get some ideas. We have some ideas of our own, but the collection of 2 people compared to the collection of all of y'all, you're gonna have some great ideas. So be on the lookout for our Twitter accounts, Ross Hundreds and at Corey Baumeister.
Hunnids.
Hunnids.
HUNNEDS.
Of course. Where we're going to be asking for deck lists. Some of these shells were audience, inspired. Maybe we made a couple of changes and stuff, but overall, we really appreciate the deck list that you sent in to us. We're going to be asking them for them again all next week, and it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I've already, I was a little pessimistic, to be honest, after seeing some of the cards printed, but after playing with them today, the treasure synergies, again, that's just super cool. I think they set up turns where you're double spelling with 4 and 5 mana cards.
Yeah.
And that just creates huge tempo swings.
Agreed. So there's a lot of stuff to check out. I know I want to be kind of the buzzkill and try out some Sultai Ultimatum with Liliana as a new top end, and then the new Growth Spiral. The new Growth Spiral, I really want to try
that
it.
makes a 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no,
It makes a fractal, or makes the land into a fractal, right?
No, I thought it was just 4 mana, draw 2 cards. You may put an
Oh,
additional
you're talking
land.
about that card.
Yeah.
Okay, different cards.
Yeah, I think that's just sweet. Think
Yeah.
about that on turn 3 of you Wolfwillow Haven, trying to find Ultimatum by drawing cards, but then also just ramping still. I think that seems a lot better than Migration Path or maybe Cultivate. The Cultivate's going to be the slot I'll probably have to get rid of there, so it could be rough. But that's one idea I got cooking that I think seems kind of sweet.
Yeah, I've got some ideas in the
Cool.
brain box too.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. We're going to thank some subs, and then we're going to thank some sponsors, and we're going to get out of here. Got any subs today, Josh?
Yes. IG Neil 619 and Orange Crush 4910.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
Awesome. Thank you to all of our subs and for that support. If you would like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our fantastic staff of content creators, as well as some other perks, which are 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. /join-premium and sign up today.
Absolutely. And if you like the chairs that we sit in every Tuesday and Thursday, or if somebody else is sitting in our chairs, we don't even know anymore. We've completely lost control of our show. So if you want to pick up one of these awesome gaming chairs, that is something you have control of. You can go to Carnox.com/SCG and use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off one of these awesome gaming chairs.
And our final sponsor is Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, you can find their entire collection of t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers at cobalesapparel.shop, and be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase there as well.
And if you're loving the cards that we're playing with, all these new Strixhaven cards, you can be the first one to get these cards sent to you already. You can go to StarCityGames.com/previews to just already order these awesome preview cards already, and just right when they come out, have them at your doorstep so you don't have to waste any time. I know that's what I'm going to be doing.
Get yourself some of those Magma Opuses start going off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and if you need a little bit of extra cash to get some sweet cards that you want, or you just got some cards lying around that you don't want to deal with anymore, you can always sell your cards to SCG, and the process has never been easier because there's so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can call in and make an appointment, come into SCG. You can mail your cards in and let them do the work. And if your collection is big enough, SCG will come to you.
Absolutely. And if you want to troll Ross, you can request Ross to come to you, and hopefully we can get him to actually go out there.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so that last part's a lie, but the rest is very true and a very good deal. So, and last but not least, everybody, we have the SCG Tour online coming back again this week. You can qualify for the Strixhaven Championship. You can win thousands of dollars. You can win a bunch of gems. You can do all kinds of things. Friday, Saturday will be the satellites. So there's 4 each day. It's for all kinds of time zone. Doesn't really matter where you're at. There's one that's going to be friendly to you. You go 4 and 2 or better, you are qualified for that Sunday Strixhaven Championship qualifier. 5 and 1 is 1 buy, 6 and 0 is 2 buys, and it's top 12. So the buys very much help. It is a long, grueling tournament, but it definitely pays out at the end if you get there. So.
Definitely friendly for having good tiebreakers, which is one of the main things the buys give you.
Yeah, that is huge. Oh man, I miss having buys back in the day. Woo.
Having buys at SCG Opens was great, mainly because I didn't have to wake up and be at the players meeting at 9 or 10 o'clock. I could just stroll in at noon and start play Magic.
Oh yeah, that was great. Sleeping in is very, very valuable to me. That's for sure. So check that out by
Corey
going
has
to.
turned 30 recently, so he's learned the value of.
I like sleeping in, and I'm sick of kids skateboarding on the sidewalks. So if you want to check that out, go to StarCityGames.com/SCG Tour online. I'm going to be playing Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to battle me, please do. So, all right, everyone, that's going to do it for the
We
show.
got one more order of business.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was getting too excited.
StarCityGames.com weekly sale.
How could I forget that? That's the best.
Yeah, this week is going to be 10% off of singles for everybody. You don't even have to be a premium member. So if you want to feel what that perk is like before maybe diving in yourself, this week is the time to do it. That sale does exclude pre-order cards, but every other single is going to be 10% off, and that sale is going on until Monday at 10:59 a.m. Eastern Time. So still got several days to check out what's up there and take advantage of it.
All right, everyone, and we had a ton of fun here on our special April Fool's Day show. I hope you liked our little joke. I mean, they just stole the show from us. What was that?
Yeah, that wasn't a joke, Corey.
Oh God. Okay.
At least nobody told me at least.
Yes.
Was that planned?
It was not. No, we were completely locked on. Everything is real all the time. All right, everyone, and that is going to do it for us. We're going to play some more Strixhaven cards. It's going to be super fun. So for Josh, for Ross Merriam, I'm Corey Ballmeister. We'll see you Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye.